determine who gets first pick, because that is the power pick situation. He would have picked Caudle for himself as well.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you can deny Wisp, Caudle, and Earthshaker.
Because that is what IG did. They didn't take the Caudle for themselves, but they got the Shaker. They got the first pick, then they took the Shaker, and the other game that they beat them was when they picked up this Night Stalker. They gave the Caudle away and took the Night Stalker. But now we see the Liquid are kind of, they're preparing for this already. So they're banning out this Night Stalker and Nyx. Just so even when they get their Caudle, they know it'll be at its full potential, because these two heroes kind of make Caudle's life a bit harder. But now they kind of get, I think they get what they want here, Liquid.
Now, Bristleback has, I believe this is the third time in 4 total games that Mind Control will be on Bristleback, and a lot of his success comes down to how well he's been able to do in lane. If he has the great start, we saw that that was the game that Team Liquid was able to have a very strong win at yesterday, but when he doesn't have farm, he's almost like a dud hero. Doesn't even exist in a lot of the fights.
Yeah, but with the Caudle in combination in lane, it's pretty difficult to shut down the Bristleback, so I imagine he's going to have a pretty decent laning phase.
I actually thought about this Necro though, because this is something I remember back in the day, back like a few months ago, when we were playing against Team Secret, everyone was playing this Caudle Bristle, and their counter to it is the Necrophos, because you build up so many wands against this hero, this Bristleback, and just if you ever just go into your second skill as a Necrophos, all you need is a wand, and you're set. You can sustain that lane alone, so it kind of negates a lot of what Caudle Bristle does. So that's one lane where they can't go, kind of.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that Caudle can give so much mana to Bristleback, I mean, Necrophos, the fact that what is the multiplier on his self-heal when he uses his second ability? It's like 2x, 3x?
I don't know what it is, but when he uses it, he'll use the magic stick as well, and he'll be full.
And heal, yeah. He goes from pretty much like 5% to full.
The weird thing though is like, Necrophos should really not be a good hero against Caudle. With the mana leak and then like high nukes early game. Because I think what Liquid are going to end up doing here is they're going to basically tri-lane it. And like then they'll do that for a couple of minutes, and like if you're not careful, like level 1 Necrophos, like you don't got no stick, you don't have no W, like you're not doing anything.
We'll just have to wait and see, Mr. Pilot X. I don't know if I agree with you.
Yeah, I was on the kind of also.
Because we'll see how, like, Secret are going to pick a hero, right? And then Liquid are going to get one counter matchup here.
I'm sure Necrophos will get a little help. I don't think he'll be left alone.
Yeah. No, they'll try.
Left alone.
They'll try lane versus try lane, but they have quilts and they have a 200 nuke.
Also, we talked a bit about we saw the Miracle video there, and now we have a 10K here. So you know.
Yeah.
10 seconds.
What I think Secret can do, and to address what you were discussing as well, maybe their try-retry is a little bit weaker. But what they can have Rubik kind of help Necrophos and just have them survive that lane, and then Puppey on the Spear Breaker can roam between the other lanes and force rotations out of Team Liquid's trial. Yeah. So picking up this Queen of Pain, a very aggressive hero on lane who can blink onto his opponent, hit him with the Shadow Strike, and with the Spear Breaker charge in, it'll be difficult for Team Liquid's solo heroes to exist on lane.
Mid 1. 99% chance going to be on Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain, again, I've never heard a mid player not like playing Queen of Pain. It's nice, deals a lot of damage, great escapes.
This is Fatimos, right?
I think Secret are kind of lacking in tower damage right now. They need a hero to kind of be able to break towers. At some point they're going to have to, and it's KheZu's hero. And I'm not exactly sure which tower hitters he plays. I know he used to play a lot of Abaddon.
I know
back in the day.
Yeah, Abaddon. I've also seen him play some Lone Druid.
Right. Do you think Lone Druid is good here though?
No.
No, they don't feel like it, right?
Furion.
They're still gonna be, yeah.
But they're gonna wait too. They want a good lane matchup as well. So. But yeah, they're gonna need some build.
They could even do. I mean, I still feel like they could even do offlane Necro or something a little bit out of left field like that.
I feel like they want to put that Necrophos against the Caudle Bristle.
Certainly. But then if you know that Caudle and Bristle are going to another lane,
right.
Other lanes don't, they become 1v1 lanes or 1v2 at the worst. They're not really these traditional off-laners in the tri-lane.
Yeah, I got you.
Ursa. Now, where do you think Ursa's going to be fitting into Team Liquid's lineup?
Matoma Man's going to be playing him most likely in the safe lane.
They do switch things up a bit though. We've seen that a few times. The Matoma Man has gone mid with Ursa, but I don't really expect him to go mid with Ursa against Bob, and especially not with this Spear Breaker and potential of Rubik.
This is one of the tougher picks in the draft phase for any team. The fourth pick, when you have the first pick, you have to, first off, you pick your fourth hero, the other team bans, and then you ban, and then you pick your fifth. So you pick the Ursa in this fourth position because either you don't have to worry about showing your 5th hero because you have to show it before they react.
Yeah.
But you pick the Ursa because you're afraid of the other team banning it. And I don't really think Secret would have banned it because I don't think Ursa really matches up well against any of these heroes.
Oh, I see. Because there's 2 bans following it. The 4th pick is sort of a protection pick in a lot of cases.
Yeah.
You don't think that they like the Diffusal Ursa against the Necro though?
That was what I was going to say. The
Because
Diffusal is a really great item on Ursa, and you can pick that up quickly to
Oh gosh, yeah.
dispel the ethereal form from Necrophos.
yeah, I'm curious to see here what the Team Secret goes for in the last. I think Abaddon is maybe one of those heroes that they might go back for. And that was actually something that I was thinking about also, because back when they did have a lot of success, I think KheZu was playing that hero a lot. He played Omni Knight a bit and Enigma. And he played a lot of these farming heroes that eventually do scale a bit. And I feel like that suits him.
Any hero in particular you're looking at by for either side?
Oh, I'm just trying to think about his Ursa, man. I guess you're gonna snowball on this Necro.
What do you think Miracle would want up against this Queen of Pain matchup mid?
I thought it really wanted that Phantom Master. Secret Bandit now.
5 seconds remaining.
It's very thrown off by this Ursa, man. I'm just looking at him.
What about Ursa?
I mean, it's something they're like. I was thinking, yeah, maybe they go an aggro with the Ursa, but that's not good at all.
I mean, who even are mids that are solid against Queen of Pain in terms of matchup?
Puck is fine.
They can do some Dragon Knight and stuff like that. But
Dragon Knight's good too.
DK against Necro is a little bit iffy though. But yeah, DK could potentially work.
Quick pick.
A
Puck makes sense.
nice silence for good against Necro, good against Queen.
It's hard to play Spirit Breaker against as well. Kind of.
Yeah, it's pretty tough to bash a Puck.
Yeah, charge a Puck.
Phase shift out.
Rubik though, instantaneous disable for Puck. Very good throughout the game.
5
Easily
seconds
lift
remaining.
Puck and Necro ult him and burst him.
So what's the big thing missing for Team Secret in their final pick?
We're about to find out.
Choose
Oh, that.
Right.
Wow.
Oh,
Okay.
It's nice.
Oh, they're doing.
That is the Necro,
Yeah.
Necro or Queen of Pain offlane for
Yeah.
KheZu, so
Right.
Score probably.
score one for me.
It actually looks like it's MP on Pop, so it might actually be a safe lane, or
Yeah.
is he gonna go mid?
We've seen Necrophos in all lanes in this tournament.
You want the Draw Ranger to be protected.
Yes.
Right? And Queen of Pain in a side lane can easily get away from any Tusk Shards or Snowballs, so that makes sense to me.
This is kind of curious though. So is mid one then? He's playing the draw, I assume.
Most likely.
Because I don't see KheZu playing a draw ranger, right?
I agree. That's a Necrophos for
Yeah.
KheZu.
Yeah.
Well, we still haven't found out who mid one is going to be stepping into, but we'll be finding out in moments. Casters, take it away for game 1 with Team Secret versus Team Liquid.
It's a curveball here, Lumi, to round out the draft. I think we saw this at TI6, actually, that the Drow picks became such a problem, like popularized perhaps most by Wings Gaming, that they just started getting banned pretty early, often a third, fourth phase ban, sometimes even first or second. Drow is not really at that point right now, and she does slip through here.
Yeah, she's kind of hit or miss. We've been seeing a lot more misses this TI round, and that's why, like you said, it's deep in this draft. This draft does feel very awkward. I feel like our panels and ourselves as well are not sure about how these lanes come. Things are a little bit awkward. Panel talked about how the Ursa can be big, getting the diffuser blade and going right on top of the Necrophos. But this is an offlane Necro, so perhaps you don't have to worry about him as much. He's not going to get as much farm or experience.
So many comfort picks in this draft. Yeah, right? Like it's a Rubik first YapzOr pick. The Rubik just keeps on moving up. Then it started to be like, maybe your third pick into the draft, and now it's first phase. Pretty soon it's going to be first overall or first banned if YapzOr keeps on delivering. And as I look at this match, I think it is worth mentioning that 3 of the fan favorite teams, at least 2 of them, I think favorites in most people's books to go deep in the tournament, are all in this tight little cluster. You've got Empire as the dark horses, and then EG going to be facing them. And meanwhile, Secret and Liquid, only one of these teams has a shot at getting into the top 6.
Yeah, it's really rough when you lose your upper bracket matches, and
TI is merciless in that.
it really is.
I mean, you get a lot of chances, right? You get a big round robin first, then if you start in the upper bracket, you have a series to give, but these teams, they've already done that in some form or fashion, so we enter the unforgiving fields of Dota, where Miracle just focuses on the game, envisions himself being one with the hero. We'll see if that makes the difference here, as Liquid do early on find MP, save the skill point. Probably going to be forced to skill the blink and jump away. Early harass taken here by the Queen of Pain, but Puppey revs up the charge. They want to secure this bounty rune. He is going to back down. Mid one ultimately will be handling the Drow. It's an offlane quap that leaves KheZu safe as the Necro.
Huh.
Are you surprised at all by the laning setup here?
Quite a bit, because I think the offlane quad, especially now that they know that she's still Blink, she has pretty much no power to really take over the lane. So they're going to charge on mind control. Not sure whether they could actually succeed, get the kill. They're going to lift him back, give him the heal.
They're going to try, but these quills are slowly stacking up. They're not that scary at level 1, and Secret's persistence pays off. Big grab for them. The Drow are likely the difference maker there with a bit of plus damage over a sustained period of time.
But very good block here on Miracle in the mid lane. Look at how Drow can't even actually walk up the lane in CS. I mean, she can, but she'll just eat a lot of her ass while doing so. This mid Drow to me is going to be really, really hard. This is reason number 1. Curl is going to just be a huge annoyance.
Uh-oh. Miracle's actually got to be a little careful. There's a lift available. This charge is coming in hot and heavy. They've got the physical damage, and he goes down. Puppey coming in again with the punish. Could be a storyline this game as Curl almost dies as well. There isn't a whole lot to deal with this charge, especially early. Yeah, and it was a first, second overall pick, I believe, on the Spear Breaker. Like they grabbed it first too. There's plenty of time to pick heroes that can deal with it, but Puppey already off to the races.
Yeah, I believe we casted a Team Secret game during the group stage, and they, again, just early picked Spear Breaker. It wasn't effective at all in that last game because the opponent just drafted around the Spear Breaker, made sure that you have ample amount of stuns, but Team Liquid evidently more worried about other stuff, and the Spear Breaker is going to be effective this game.
I think later on, he may fall off a lot because at that point the puck becomes very elusive, right? You have the snowball save in the larger fights as they do. Again, make their move onto this puck. The silence has already been skilled up, and Miracle may go down. He will again. It's the trifecta for Puppey. But yeah, in theory, Lumi, right? Later on, Bristle is great against the charge because he's just so tanky. You don't really want to go on him first, in theory. The Ursa also has the Enrage to kind of get out of that. You have the snowball save, puck is elusive, but this early game, there's really not great solutions for Puppey's movement.
And because they're doing so well on the mid lane, Team Secret is able to force a 1v1 for the top lane. You were asking me, how is this Queen going to do? I thought she was going to be in a 1v2 situation and she's not going to get a lot, but look at her, 1v1 against a melee hero, 2 points into Shadow Strike. It's going to be Matumba Man, actually, that's having a tough time in the lanes.
Well, a mild advantage now for Secret with the 3 kills, stretching to about 1,000 golden experience. Let's take a moment here as it seems the full-on kills will slow down. Puppey out of mana, so no charges coming until he gets this clarity, but or some sort of mana regen. But what are the overall game plans for these 2 respective lineups? How do they look to execute heading towards the mid-game?
Well, whenever you have a Drow lineup like Team Secret does, you definitely want to pull ahead in the laning stage. They have done that mostly from the mid lane. And of course, getting levels for your support is going to be absolutely crucial for Team Secret as well. Rubik wants level 6. Spear Breaker definitely wants level 6 as well. And of course, step number 3 for Team Secret is make sure that you can protect your Drow Ranger in the mid-game by getting items that could put her away from the enemy heroes. There's a lot of gap closers from the side of Team Liquid. You got the Snowball in, you got the Blink Puck, you got the Blink Ursa. So multiple Force Staffs needs to be farmed on the side of Team Secret.
MP getting his levels in the soft lane, but still under duress is Kuroki coming in. Took quite a few Fury Swipe auto attacks. The Ursa has excellent move speed, so was able to close the gap, but they make the rotation now. Puppey, as well as Yap, grouping up, but there is a ward here scouting out this movement, so Secret, the top lane, probably not one they can find easy kills on. This will open things up for Miracle as comes back mid. He's still right there in CS, and in fact, CS overall, going pretty well for Liquid. Mind Control getting a ton out of the offlane in the 2v1, as you would expect. And up top, even still Matumba Man, even on CS with the Queen of Pain, despite the Drow aura. It's not by any means a complete rout here early, just the kills that are really dictating the advantage.
Yep, meanwhile, the game plan for Team Liquid moving forward, every time they draft the Keeper of the Light on GH as well as the Bristleback together, it's just group up and push.
Get that Axe.
Yeah, it might not come in 15 minutes, but it will come as soon as the Aghanim's is finished. Generally around the 18 to 22 minute mark, you get the mech on the Bristle or a pipe, any kind of good group up and pushing item, and Team Liquid will just bring the fight to you. Remember that game 2 yesterday we casted versus IG? As soon as they finished the Axe, the game just turned into a different phase of the game.
They're trying to cinch this noose on Matumba Man as they wrap around. Puppey in the trees. They don't have the vision right now. He pokes his head out, but continues to play it safe. So seems to recognize something is up. Finally, the charge goes elsewhere. It's on to KheZu. Two old friends about to butt heads, and YapzOr coming in with that bonus drow damage. Will they have enough to get the kill here? They're certainly going to try to make KheZu's life sad. Gets lifted up, tossed back down, still holds the snowball, but now the drow joins the party, and KheZu gets ganged up on. He'll fall. Miracle has to back away.
I think KheZu, the reason he kept walking towards this hill, he wants to ice shard across the ramp and get vision and then snowball away. But didn't go for the
Top lane, meanwhile, big dive onto Matumba Man, and Puppey does it again. 5 charges, 5 kills.
So far, I gotta say, there's a battle between the captains. Puppey's winning it. He single-handedly winning the mid lane, which is allowing him to win the top lane as well.
If he wasn't getting these charges, I think Secret would be getting run over. They're still down on CS, almost across the board.
Yeah, and that's with Drow Aura.
That's with Drow Aura, and that's with the 5 kills. Crucial that he's having this fantastic start.
Now, we do see Necro being matched up against the Bristleback a lot of times. And I think the bottom lane is showing why Necro is generally considered as a quote-unquote good counter to the Bristleback. Obviously, Reaper Scythe is a good answer in terms of killing the Bristleback, but also you have a lot of Magic Wand charges readily available to you. And like something that Panel brought up is you pop that Ghost Shroud and then you just heal back to full. 1.75 amplification when it comes to the heal. KheZu shouldn't die too much in the lane stage.
Yeah, Liquid, at least on this particular dual lane, don't have any way to stop that. No silence down here, no stun of any kind. Perhaps with a rotation from a core, they could change the equation. It's looking relatively good here early for Secret. We do jump out to a bit of a lead. See our 6-minute runes spawning soon. The Radiant Scan comes out, perhaps trying to detect if that Keeper Light is stacking, and actually mind control the one to do it. As he will drag the creeps away, and he will not get the next stack, just a tiny bit late. Still though, fairly big chunk of gold here available to be claimed. Is that something you see Secret looking to contest? Like, can they run into the Ancients and take fights there?
Not without destroying the tier 1 bottom and getting it killed right before that. And honestly, their heroes are not very good at stealing stacks. I mean, Queen of Pain could scream, and KheZu could maybe Death Pulse, but probably not. I think Team Liquid will be getting away with that stack.
Miracle has hit 6 now, so they give the mid lane, at least initially, to YapzOr charge. Coming through, they get the lift off, they time it just right with the charge, but now KheZu comes in. Could get the snowball save, he is going to dodge the stun, but he rolls his buddy forward. Miracle has the invis rune. We'll get back to safety.
Wow.
Even the shard block, KheZu showing. He learned a thing or two. They're still chasing though. Now the charge in again, just got the vision. Puppey committed with the bash. He gets the edge again, 6-0. Puppey has been in every single kill.
I mean, the sad thing for KheZu is that he did everything right there. He snowballed to save the puck. He made sure that he got the shard off.
He dodged the drow silence as well.
Was everything, but
didn't matter.
Yeah, the chase was there, 3v2 advantage. And this shows you the weakness of the Keeper of Light in terms of being able to have a plan B, right? Normally when your other lanes are having trouble, you know, you could rotate your support, but Keeper is just not that type of hero. He just have to worry about his own game plan.
They are giving this mid lane to YapzOr. He goes in again with the lift. Now the silence coming out. Charge, but it's a long way to dive, and they actually do get ushered away, even forcing out a TP reaction. Matumba Man wants to join the party. Puppey instantly snapping the coil. And Matumba Man is going to back off. Seems he may rotate bottom instead. And there's no Radiant Vision. This KheZu could be in danger, but remember, he does have the Ghost Shroud. He's got a full wand with the Rain of Health, with the max Death Pulse. The heal will be enormous, and while Diffusal Blade later on could be a solution, KheZu doesn't have too much to worry about now as that bottom rune spawns. Puppey again with the charge. He goes on to GH. He is real committed, and he keeps on finding these kills. Another takedown. Give Puppey 7. Somebody stop this man already. Finally, it's YapzOr who pays the price. Normally the other way around, and now Puppey on the run. He's got to charge out of here. Could be his ticket home. No mana on KheZu. He's going to have to move soon, though. He goes for the man fight. Charge out. Snowball was not available. Lacked the mana for it. Pretty rare you see YapzOr die. Normally it's like his core dies mid and he's the one just soaking up the experience.
Yeah, I mean, you know, he's playing the squishy Rubik.
Dire's bottom tower.
This is a role reversal. Puppey's usually the one dying repeatedly, and YapzOr just
Puppey's
raking
well.
in the gold and experience. Charging in again. Why not? Fool me once, fool me twice, but fool me 7 times. Make it 8. A clinic from El Capitan.
I'm surprised that Miracle got hit by that. Yeah, sure, it came from fog, it came from an awkward angle, but generally he's, you know, that very mechanically skilled player that could phase that kind of initiation. But
Now top. Woo! MP
Sonic Wave.
scoring the kill. Puppey there just for a little moral support.
You know, coming in here, I think a lot of people say, look, Team Liquid is perhaps the better team. They did better in the group stage, but if there's one thing that this TI has taught me is group stage is just behind us now, you know. What matters is this is one best of 3, and Puppey is doing a very excellent job at putting his team ahead in this game 1.
So Secret have had a fantastic start, Lumi. That's a big secret here. What is the next step for them? You mentioned they're a pushing lineup. Are they ready to start pushing? Do they group up? Do they split push? Are they waiting on certain items? Like, what is the next step in the master plan here?
They want to be able to push in a very safe manner. You don't want to push and then have Ursa jump in the middle of you and just die. So first, you want to have 4 staff on pretty much all of your heroes. As we see a charge going right on Miracle, there's that phase dodge. And now Puppey might be in a little bit of trouble. Coil's going to get used, and they have the double damage on Miracle. It's activated. Puppey might be giving away a kill. He does. That is a killing spree streak. And now YapzOr, perhaps a little bit of trouble. He goes in. Silence, not going to hit, and not going to be enough here, as now he's taking a ton of right-click damage. Mid-1, revenges his captain.
Miracle, death number 4. He had a terrible showing against IG in the upper bracket. Just, you look like he had the Monkey King game where he was really underfarmed the whole time. Game 3, even, he felt just a bit low impact. They got his Invoker in game 1. That didn't work out. And again, struggling here. Like, the game plan has been prey on Miracle, keep him off balance, and so far, it seems to be working. Can this puck come back? Is trying to rush towards the Veil. And certainly Liquid, a very mid-game focused lineup, right? Like, they've got the Ursa as a core, they're not running a hard carry, they're running a Bristleback offlane. All these heroes want to take skirmishes around this 10 to 20 minute mark.
They're very reliant on that early blink on the puck. Because, you know, look at your damage swords. It's a Bristleback as well as an Ursa. You need some form of control to allow these heroes to go in and dish out the damage. And that's supposed to be Miracle, and to a certain extent, the Tusk. The fact that Miracle is so far behind now just means that, you know, your allies are just going to be that much less effective. So I think a lot is riding on the Miracle puck, and so far he's not delivering.
Right, it's not like, oh, he's dying a lot, but he's not really an important part of their game.
Right. And normally when Miracle is having a tough game, he's on heroes like Invoker, who buys Midas, who could use Sunstrike as a catcher mechanism. But Puck, I know, it's just tough. You just gotta hit creeps.
You pick Puck to have a solid early game.
Right.
Especially if you're going to commit it to mid and commit a Tusk to trying to support him. At any rate, Miracle will have to claw his way back into the game. Meanwhile, YapzOr has managed to steal the level 3 shards. Given that Secret picked it up so early, Lumi, I want to ask you, like, how good of a Rubik game does it look to you right now? Do you think this is a game where YapzOr can have that huge impact and take over?
In terms of the spells that he could steal, there's not anything like game breaking, like Fissure or you know,
Sandpin Stun.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. But it's more about his positioning. Ice Shard to me is probably the most game breaking steal spell. Like, he could also have, I think, Chakra Magic is pretty decent for himself or for his ally. But it's more about the fact that when you pick it first pick for your team, you don't give away any strategy, you know? Rubik is...
Here we go. Trying to set up on Kuro here. The charge comes through. The lift is timed right, but Puppey gets put out of the shards. The shards are saving grace until MP rushes in. He's got his ult available. They're going to have to chain him down. They can't quite do it. Even the uppercut, probably not enough. MP could die for Kuro. He doesn't have the blink ready. Now he does. And he will blink away to safety. Probably could have saved that scream, blinked on Kuro, gotten the kill. May have paid with his life, though. And MP, normally a very low-risk, safe player. He is the space creator for this team. He's going to score them a kill there. So, tier 1 down mid now, and Secret off to the races with that 6,000 gold advantage. They start to group up. They start to threaten towers. Liquid not looking like they want to contest this, at least not yet.
They can't contest it. Honestly, I don't think they're able to fight into Team Secret right now. At best, they should go for tower trades, and they are. Ice Shards on the mid lane, finds mind control. The charge is going to be in there. They have the lift available as well. No Sonic Wave, though. They will have to Reaper Scythe, and it's going to fly up and chop his head.
easily dealt with. He had about 1,200 gold there, but hadn't spent it yet, so a whole lot squishier. Had not picked up the cloak, and meanwhile, in the Roche pit, a crucial time for Matumba Man to get bashed, but mid one, not wise to it. He will snag that Aegis. They'd rather go for this Kuroki kill. Snowballing up, trying to roll away. Puppey's there. Just needs a bash to score the kill with MP's help. Not even the bash required, as it turns out. So while they get the Roche, really have to ask, is it even worth it for Liquid, giving up so much else elsewhere?
I think they were going to give up those kills regardless. And it was lucky for Matu that he didn't get bashed to death by Roshan. It looked like that might have happened. But
What's going to stem the bleeding for Liquid? What is the... You mentioned the puck blink. He does opt to get it now, delays the Veil, which Miracle was choosing for, or initially aiming for. Is this it? Is this blink going to change the game?
it has to. It's looking like it's going to be harder and harder as there are more and more Force Staffs being built on the side of Team Liquid. And GH is not rushing towards an Aghanim Scepter either. He feels so endangered by these heroes that he has to go for a Force Staff himself. So that timing push I talked about that Team Liquid will eventually go for, that is also delayed.
Tumba Man, he just got done picking up this Aegis, and now he's about to lose it. Charge gives the vision with the help of the creeps, and the kill secured. Now grabbing the overpower. Get ready for this coil. But Miracle comes in, drops the 4-hero coil. No follow-up whatsoever. Does get Fuzzy Wuzzy back to safety, but still Aegis blown. And all the while, Drow farming away. It's still secret on offense. Miracle pulling out all the stops just to slow down this push. And to be fair, it is tough to push into the Keeper, tough to push into the puck. But nonetheless, the rest of the map can be farmed freely.
Not if you kill heroes first.
Insta-smoke. And now the move onto Matumba. No vision right now. But they might get it soon. They've got that ward, and he just walks in range of it. Puppey could set up. He thinks about the jungle. Doesn't have the vision out, but they know he's up the hill. Dire vision is lacking down this ramp. They could probably catch him out, and YapzOr is the first man up. He actually lifts the Bristle instead, pulling him back. And they say, no, we don't want to go on these tanks. Let's chill.
Yeah. I think if he lifted the Ursa, maybe he could force a kill, but I think Bristleback was the first person he saw.
Very risky around the shrine to be overcommitting there.
Well, I'm glad that Miracle has not gone for the standard Veil first. Instead, he goes back to the Blink. I already issued, how important it is for him to set up ganks for his allies. But it's still, they need a little bit more here from Team Liquid. They need the Ursa Blink, and they need Mind Control to get tanky. For Team Liquid, if they could make sure that the game stays the way it is now, where they don't give up too many kills, yeah, sure, they're getting out-farmed, and maybe they're losing a tower every once in a while, but they just need time. They're getting a little bit of it right now.
YapzOr lurking in the tree line mid. Loves to rush the Blink on the Rubik, but this game he is picking up the Yules, and I mean, what a great Yules game it is with the puck silence. You've also got the Ursa with just the constant threat of that burst damage. A good way to kite him and control him, so he's opting to change up the build here.
Yeah, very strong defensive item against the silence, like you mentioned. Mono Leak in the future. Ursa jumping on you is also good.
Here we go. Mind Control in the mid lane showing himself, and Liquid are going to summon the reinforcements. GH crying out to his team to come and defend, but it's slow chip work being done here. Tumba Man TP's home. Secret still holding the high ground. Retreating back to safety. They'll shove out this top lane. Only lost the 1 tower so far. 2-tower advantage for them around the map.
I think we're starting to see perhaps a weakness of Team Secret's draft. They're ahead so much. They've done so well in the laning stage, yet they're really unable to punish Team Liquid for kind of this slow and perhaps somewhat greedy game plan.
Their only initiation really is the charge for now.
I mean, they're picking up a couple of Yule Scepter. You talked about Rubik getting one, and Queen of Pain is also getting one. It's not the best initiate, but
YapzOr, the trap sprung mid! MP winding up the ult and getting the punish out. Steals the Waning Rift, catches Miracle off guard. YapzOr just keeps on styling on him. Impressive stuff. Now looking towards top where they are trying to bring down GH. Really wants to farm up this X. He's so close to the point booster.
Oh, missing.
MP does miss on the screen, but there's no teleport scroll. The Force Staff's on cooldown. Likely GH still going down. Tries to eat his way through the trees, but one tree stands between him and escape. Will be denied here. Lost quite a bit of unreliable gold too.
Yeah, that hurts when you're trying to build up towards your Ags. GH is going to be out there. He has to be out there farming towards his Aghanim Scepter, and as a result, he puts himself in harm's way to things like Charge, you know, all of these Yule Scepter initiations, as well as the Queen of Pain.
Secret are definitely being patient here, though, where that early aggression was borderline reckless as far as how committed they were. Now they slow things down. We see KheZu farming up the enemy Ancients, also in doing so, trying to deny these to the Bristleback, and the rest of the team spreading the map, so they're not really playing with huge urgency, feeling like they have to force the tempo. Now grabbing the Shadow Blade, so again, Secret not particularly committed to items that let them 5v5. They still want to be able to split push here. The Yule Scepter is now en route. Lots of kiting, lots of ways to just reset fights, Lumi. You mentioned the Ursa, but it's also the Bristleback. Both of these heroes are melee. Both of them need to chase for a while to secure kills, and Secret continue to get better and better at backing away and taking a more favorable engagement.
I think this is the calm before the storm. The next big point of contention is when Roshan is going to be spawning. And look to KheZu. He's trying to finish a Medallion Courage before that happens. If Team Secret could take away the Aegis from the Roshan, or from the Ursa team, that is going to be a big boost to their push.
Oh, speaking of which, Medallion grabbed by the Necro here, so might be a tell that they do indeed want to contest. Obviously evasion, fantastic against Ursa. He wants to upgrade that to a Solar Crest, and now the charge. Puppey finds Kuro. Story of this game, does it again. Now the lift back, the bash as well, and with the Necro ult, Kuro goes down once more.
Very good chain stun from Team Secret. Make sure that there's no any snowball shenanigans. And I think very important for somehow to Team Liquid to get out of the map and play some wards around the Roshan. We're going to see a charge happening on the bottom side against Miracle. He blinks into the trees. He's out.
He's out, but GH, he's not. Gets silenced up. Mid one going to take him down solo. It looks like KheZu getting into position with the nuke and will snag the last hit. Secret just constantly finding these pickoffs. 17-2. And Liquid have the run at you draft. I mean, they have the heroes that want to be up in your face, constantly fighting and killing you, and they're just running for dear life.
I mean, this run at you draft doesn't start with minute 0, right? Like, they need items to run at you. And
they're always one item behind, it seems.
yeah, Bristleback is the truest level 1 running at you.
Again, big commitment for MP, but he's got the Yules. And now the Drought comes in from the side, working on this Ursa, keeping him caged up for now. The Quapo committed. They take the bear down, claws ripped out of his paws, and now Liquid being pursued in full force as MP dives onto mind control, forcing him back, turns to just lob out the goo. YapzOr in position. There's the shards. Catchy's done it again, but the force staff of GH gets him out of there. Still, towers can't be pushed away. Another one falls. So this relentless Secret offense, they turn their attention bottom. They are looking for the last outer tower on the map.
Because they are so far ahead, every time they win these fights, they're not too low in HP. They have an Urn running on Puppey, and they're going to just keep on running, like you said. That's 6 outer tower. I mean, if you talk about the successes of a Drought lineup, this is it, right?
And
22 minutes.
And they've lost 1.
Yeah.
They've only lost that bottom tier 1. 5 tower lead now for Secret, and you talked about the importance of the next Roche. God, it gets hard for Liquid to take it now.
Yeah.
It's going to be a real, you know, almost like Cloud9 level Roshan attempt.
This is the Cloud9 one, right? Like, you just go in.
Go in solo.
Hope nothing happens.
We've seen this go several ways in the past, as Matumba Man just prays not to get bashed.
It's going well right now.
So far, so good.
Does Puppey have the game sense?
They
Check
are
it out.
caravanning, but it's down towards mid. I mean, to be fair, I don't know how much this Aegis actually matters for Matumba Man. Tries to finish the Rose. He will commit his ultimate, scores it, but
Get out,
Secret
get out,
are in position.
get out.
Puppey's coming through. He blinks to the north. MP on the chase.
They have Yules to pick him up, but he just fogs him. All right, he's fine. I mean, you say how, you don't know how much this Aegis and cheese matter, but
it's very important.
it's
Secret
gold
don't get
and experience that Team Liquid just got, and they are starved on both.
Yeah, we'll see if the Ursa can do much in the next fight, but at the very least, you don't have to worry about killing someone on Secret twice.
Yeah. It's very clear what Liquid's game plan is by the way that they're itemizing. Look at Puck. He goes for Blink and second item Boots of Travel. This is him trying to say, look, the only way we're going to come back in this game is split push. We have to just get out on the map. Sure, we're going to get caught sometimes by the Drow Ranger with her Shadow Blade, or, by Spirit Breaker with a charge, but we still have to get out there, stretch the map open, and just drag out this game. 10k lead is a lot at this point in the game, less so in maybe 10 to 15 more minutes.
Now the 420 strat, that's the plan here. Just gonna
Still though, 19-2, man. This is.
I know. He's got to bide his time for a while. It's a puck with no Midas, so and no kills really to speak of. Only level 14, 24 minutes. We've seen them a lot higher in past matches. So Liquid, very much tucked back inside their base now. Secret freely roaming about the map. They did complete the Solar Crest on KheZu, so they gain a way to deal with the aggression of this Ursa. Now it looks like he's queuing up the E-Blade. The Diffusal Blade was talked about as a potential tool, but Matumba Man, not even that close to it. Still only has one Blade of Alacrity. It's just Liquid really needing items.
I think the bigger point to talk about is that GH is more than halfway to the Ags. And Team Liquid really plays very differently once they have the Aghanim Scepter on Keeper. You just have a vision advantage all of a sudden, half the time during the game. You get to push. That sustain is pretty powerful. We're going to see a charge to start things off, and this is a smoke charge.
Puppey's running into 5. Kuro will finally exact his revenge, it seems. That was a satisfying uppercut.
Well, Team Secret is going to respond by just hitting your tier 3. MP just blinks on the high ground, says, I see all 5 of your heroes, you better back up now. And forces at least one TP.
Liquid going for the trade here as they work on that tower, but in the top lane, that catches the puck. Miracle down again! 6 stats, only 2 kills to his name. Secret continue to prey on him and now prey on the towers as well. They launch a volley of auto attacks into it,
be a tier
forcing
3.
out the glyph. It might even be more without the puck, without the buyback.
There are no teleport
That's
scrolls.
their team fight. I mean,
Mind
we
control.
talked about Cloud9, Lumi. No TPs. It's far too much Cloud9 for Liquid's liking now as they try to dive on the mid one. Kuro the sacrifice. Mind control now has to back away. The melee Rax is dropping rapidly. Glyph already committed. They pump the damage in. They're about to get the kill and they might get more. KheZu has the ult. Waiting for the moment here. Doesn't want to blow it on the Aegis.
Oh no!
Yul Scepter not timed right. The quad ball comes through. They still pop that Aegis. They still get the follow-up kill. 4 of Liquid have fallen and Puppey once more. Charging in deeper. Looking for the bash on GH. He needs some goddamn help and he's not going to get it. Down he goes. Secret making it look easy against Liquid. The full lane of Rex caved in. It's straight on towards mid.
They're pinging for mid. They don't want to back off. 2 heroes are dead. Blinking in. Silence. They lift up the puck. The puck is dead. Your charge going in. Just disabling multiple heroes.
Another one perhaps as Kuro tries to kick him away, but he pays with his life. Now the tower.
This is game.
In shambles. The game likely over. Liquid are on the verge of elimination after dropping this one. They have no buybacks. They have no miracle. They need more than a miracle now. Already the 3rd lane about to melt. Secret basically flawless here on the big stage. One last fight. That's all they've got in them. They'll come in now with Matumba. Desperation, but quickly kited. Yul's up. Mind control being slowed. Now the charge forward. The end is nigh. Chewing through the Ursa, he enrages, but he's not going anywhere. They're unafraid. This Necro goes form for now. Keeps him alive, and they can do naught but walk away. Back to the Rex. Back to objective. Secret. Melee to drop. Momentarily, Liquid 1 Rex away from being mega'd at 27 minutes. Miracle jumps in, but again, it's the silences. They prove his downfall. They get 1 kill. Hold on. Do they get more? MP now. BKB expended. Scream. Commitment. Matumba has fallen. Miracle could be next. Just right-clicking him down. Kuro can't do it fast enough. He might die as well. Miracle juking out. Taps the shrine. Tries to keep Kuro alive. It's a triple for Matumba. Liquid hanging on by a hope. Maybe by a prayer. Mid one whiffs the 4-staff. Hurricane Pike won't get him back to safety. But the Shadow Blade will. And Secret, well, they salvage. At the end of the day, Lumi, it's GG. And Liquid know it. They get one last scrappy fight. But God, Puppey just slaughtered them with that Spirit Breaker.
Do you think this is the draft where, they saw Spirit Breaker 2nd pick, and they're like, okay, well, we're not going to respect it? Because they could easily pick a whole bunch of stunners and be like, hey, you're not going to do much.
Idea about how to deal with it. They're like, let's pick tanky cores that are very difficult to burst the Earth bristle, but too much. The puck also, while he's very
Them open for lots.
We thought maybe Team Secret would lean towards picking Wisp, Caudle, or Shaker themselves, but instead they chose to ban out Wisp and Caudle, and then Team Liquid did them the favor of banning out the Shaker. So all three of the potential power heroes that we discussed in the last draft will not be present in this.
No, I just kind of wanted to talk about like how they've been drafting with this GH, and maybe they like eventually had enough. Like we can't keep first picking this hero and trying to make our lineup work around it. Like Miracle had played like 14 or 15 heroes, different players, and they're just trying to fit in to GH as playstyle. And now they're like, yeah, Lycan is a good hero, Night Stalker's a good hero.
Yeah, I mean, this lineup that we see out of Team Liquid, this is exactly what we've been seeing out of a lot of the group stage games. We saw it early in the winners bracket yesterday. Let's go with the Night Stalker and Lycan, make sure we have good vision for pickoffs thanks to Night Stalker. Let's make sure we have great push with Lycan, not going for right-click builds, but instead favoring the Necronomicon.
Yeah, this is what we saw IG beat Liquid with. They went for the Night Stalker Lycan, and we've seen it like you said, multiple times. Yeah, they did. They had very good execution. I like the Bat Rider up against the Lycan. In general, it's a very tough lane stage for Lycan to match up against the Bat Rider. He doesn't have many options. And I'm a little bit surprised, maybe not so much surprised, I'm just curious because Night Stalker is not one of the heroes that I'm used to seeing GH on, but I think he can perform on that hero as well.
He's played it a little bit this tournament, and it is a hero that he can be active and have an impact on, which I do like for him.
I mean, he has 9.8k MMR, right?
Yeah, he can.
Hopefully he can play this Night Stalker.
He can handle it. I think it's. Let's not worry about GH. GH is going to do GH things. I'm worried about the rest of Liquid.
No, I think like I said earlier, right, that maybe they've been drafting too much around GH, but the reason is like, you know, they won these games where he's playing one of these heroes and he's just way too good on them.
How do you feel about the Lycan into the Witch Doctor? You know, Day 9 was talking about the Necronomicon making a comeback on this hero, but that cask, the paralyzing cask, stuns those summons for quite a long time.
It goes both the ways though, I feel like. At some point, sometimes when you're this Lycan, you run up to a Witch Doctor and, you know, he disappears.
Yeah,
you know,
2 or 3 shots.
You've been there. You've been there. You know, Lycan in your
my
face.
positioning's usually pretty good.
Oh, yeah,
it doesn't
right.
happen to me.
Gotcha. I think it can go both ways. If the Witch Doctor, if you manage to get to some Ghost Scepter or something, it can be nice, but I think Secret are, they're investing in having good lanes, and I like this approach because I think that's what Team Liquid almost always does. I feel like Team Liquid, they rely a lot on having some quirky heroes that kind of put them ahead in the lane stage, and this allows them some time to get Miracle Farm. And with this farm, they kind of take over the game.
This is also where Liquid has really done well in the group stage of this tournament, is this split push, summon style of Dota, and that's exactly what they're going to want here with the Night Stalker and the Lycan. Yeah, we see the bans from Secret, Puppey being so smart, banning out both Broodmother and Furion.
I mean, it's like Wisp, Caudle, and Broodmother are all three heroes that we've seen Team Liquid do amazing things with. tournament.
I think Puppey's done a great job this series adapting to his opponents. Even yesterday as well, in their match versus Execration, he really drafted, banned, and picked according to what his opponents liked. And that's a sign of a true drafter, or a good drafter. And at TI, it's very, very important to play on your matchups. A lot of times, other tournaments throughout the year, you're very focused on yourself and building, and then the meta is always changing. But here at TI, you have this huge group stage to learn from. You come into the main stage with your biggest guns.
He's had a few years of experience.
He's been around quite a while. It's not his first rodeo, that's for sure.
How long has Puppey been playing?
Dota 1? 10, 12 years?
15 years?
More than 12, I think.
Since it started, like he's
Yeah,
and he's been at the top level
since the dawn of time.
since the dawn.
Ice Frog crafted Puppey right when he created Dota All-Star.
I really think this Witch Doctor pick is interesting because it seems like you pick it and like these heroes are so good, this Nice Doctor and Lycan, that they feel forced to pick him anyway. And
I've seen this a couple times from, especially like VP, they first pick Witch Doctor or Ogre, very like neutral heroes that don't tell a lot about your draft, and then the second pick Batrider, which is a hero we find the slot being picked in a lot with that fourth pick, and then because it leads you into 2 more bans, but they chose to ban out summon heroes rather than bat counters, so we see the Oracle come out for what I would assume would be Kuroki?
yeah,
And that's Oracle's ultimate can dispel lasso immediately and from a pretty long distance.
And also in the lane, the stickies, if they add up too much. So is that a position 4 slot with them?
no, the thing they might do, like if the Liquid's draft keeps going like this, like every hero is extremely good against Batrider, they might just want to put it on YapzOr.
I don't know if we've seen YapzOr play a Batrider. How many?
No, he did it once.
Yes?
It didn't go too well, but
They got a game to lose, right? You can risk it a little bit.
no, but the other thing, right, the standards, like if you have a Lycan and a Batrider, you kind of just want the Batrider to win. But Oracle makes it a bit more complicated. I've seen KheZu do this before though, so I think that's what they're going to do.
That's where I've seen Lycan struggle in this tournament, is when he doesn't get a good start in the laning phase. He just doesn't have that same kind of impact. The other team builds up all these armor items and 4 staffs, and they ended up just kiting Lycan around for the little damage he's able to connect
I mean,
with.
the problem with the Lycan Oracle lane is that they can't really kill the Batrider, right? Like if the Batrider is up there alone, he's going to get a little bit of stuff, and you're trading 2 heroes for 1.
Is there any chance they put the Lycan in a different lane, say mid or something? Put that Snake Man up there, Venomancer?
Depends on the matchup.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, they have the last pick, right?
Yeah, last pick is going to go to Liquid here. Secret's got to pick 2 heroes.
Chaos Knight.
CK, an Illusion hero. I've seen Illusion heroes do very, very well against Venomancer. He just doesn't have a lot of AoE other than his ultimate.
None of Team Liquid's heroes have very good AoE.
No,
It's the Venomancer ult, and that's about it.
Yeah, I mean, you need the AoE stun, most of all.
10
Like,
seconds.
if you slowly deal damage with the Poison Nova,
Yeah,
you're all going to be dead.
especially when CK gets up to having like a heart, like that Venomancer ult's just going to tickle him.
No, they don't have much lane push either, right? So they're going to have to fight. If they don't fight...
So far we all kind of like where Secret are right now?
I don't feel too strongly about other side right now. I think Liquid's getting a little bit more back to their roots, which I like to see. Still not picking very many disables though. 0 stuns so far, once again from Team Liquid, which,
5 seconds.
look over here, we have 4 stuns for Secret.
Yeah.
I think stuns are important.
I also do. I've always been a big advocate of stuns. It makes the game easier. Like Dota is a hard game, and it's hard to play Dota with people, but when you can stun someone, they're standing still, and you can just attack them. You
You got that cool little stun bar now. That's
chain stunning, yeah.
It's like, made our jobs way easier.
Yeah, and the way it pans out in pubs is that every single person on your team waits for that first bar to go, and they have 4 stuns stacked on the same person.
Yeah, it's, at least you didn't stack them all at once.
I know, right? Now, Chaos Knight is a hero we saw OG do amazing things with yesterday, and Chaos Knight is also so hard to stop once he gets farmed up, but of course with no good cleave, with not a particularly good way to farm, he'll need to be participating in lots of those mid-game ganks and fights.
I just feel like, is this Venomancer?
Oh, it's going to be Venomancer Offlane, actually.
Is this,
I can
yeah,
feel it.
because is this the hero you want to give Miracle on, like, potentially
No.
Venomancer? Do you want to give him Venomancer? Doesn't feel like it, right?
Are you Dragon Knight here? How do you feel? They banned out Invoker, which we saw OG last night. They ran CK Slardar and Invoker,
I think
right?
it looks strong right now.
You like DK?
I think it looks strong. Potential, could be some, I don't know, Necrophos or something. I'm not sure how they would lane that, but
Timbersaw banned. That makes you think they want to melee mid. Oh, Phantom.
Yes, a comfort hero.
more illusions.
More illusions and no AoE from
now it has to be Miracle, right?
Yeah, and he needs to be able to clear some AoE. Sven is banned out from.
Oh, they're fast though. Here we go. Oh,
Alchemist. That's something. I
I've
don't
gone
know,
out on
man.
an Alchemist before, man.
They got their first stun of this series. Yeah.
Well, at this point in time, Miracle is mid with Alchemist. Let's see if he can have one of his first games on the main stage where he is the core carry to bring his team to victory. Or will Team Secret close out with a convincing 2-0? Now that the draft is actually done, I give you casters permission to start your commentary.
Thank you very much, Sean. I almost had a heart attack in my rush to put on my headset when he said commentators.
You were
go,
just,
but-
you know, getting ready, prepared, and suddenly the draft is beginning and going to us.
John, you can't kill us that easy, much as you might try. Dota is alive, and so too, at least for now, our team Liquid here, Lumi. But
For now.
is this the draft?
I mean, this is a very risky draft. I think it might have been the best pick they could have gone, because if they try to go for an AoE stun like the panel suggested, think of Lina, something like that. I don't think it's going to be enough by herself to handle both Chaos Knight and PL. So they're saying, look, forget about the stuns. We're going to just beat you in a different avenue. And that different avenue is going super late with Alchemist. And hopefully they could dodge all of the ganks, all of the fights up to that point.
Is it a good out game? Like when you look at Alk, it's like how early can he farm? You know, is he going to be able to stay alive? Who can he give Aghanim Scepters to? Do you think this is a good out game?
No, I don't think it's a good out game, because you know you got a lot of physical damage coming your way. However, you do have Oracle, which is one of the best Alchemist partners. You know, you throw that False Promise, you got a ton of heal just from the regen. But
All right, let's see if Team Liquid can make it work. Backs against the wall. They got to take 2 here if they want to stay alive. They'll search for that.
so many storylines with these two teams.
I know. There's some. I think like the first big storyline for me is just these young guns that have taken their teams deep in this tournament. You know, we saw the profile of Miracle. He has been here before, but you've got GH, and of course I think for YapzOr, like his first
Two
real
of the most talented forwards.
shot at TI, where he could potentially make a deep run with his team, and they have both had amazing tournaments up until this point.
YapzOr was saying at his winning interview yesterday, you know, both him and Miracle from Jordan, after this game, perhaps after this series, one of them are going home, so representing the home country a little bit.
Good news for the Jordanian fans is one of them will be moving on, so they have someone to root for if they're very...
Yeah, he was saying, you know, he knows a lot of people from home will be watching this match, so it's...
A lot of people around the world are... I mean, that's just one storyline. You've, of course, got Puppey versus Kuro. Puppey draws first blood and gets that initial jab off, but we'll see if Kuro can respond here. Beyond that, I guess, Lumi, we're going to look at the lanes now. So it was a 5th pick PL. There isn't a whole lot of illusion clear. That's something the panel mentioned briefly. You talked about it not really being a good out game. Is it a good PL game?
For sure. You have no illusion clear. You could jump in and without... There's so few stuns. There's one stun to be exact on the side of Team Liquid that, you know, you could be very bold with the way that you play with your double ganger and things like that. So it's a great PL game.
So look at the way the lanes are being set up now. Secret are going to run the safe lane Batrider for KheZu. They go aggressive, dual, maybe tri-lane, depending on where YapzOr opts to spend his time. Of YapzOr already creeping around near mid. He's got the boots. He has skilled up the crush. Does not seem like he's really going for a courier snipe here. More interested in the early harass. The game plan from Secret seems to be, don't let Miracle have a good time. And so far, well, it's certainly working in that regard. Already
Nice,
2/3 of his health gone.
Yeah. Surprised there wasn't a Phantom Lance. I guess Midrun felt that he was going to be able to right-click for more damage.
Did skill the rush up early here, and they are going to rotate GH now as, of course, they do have a little bit of assist here.
Kuro needs to TP bottom as well. This lane is not going to be possible for a Lycan on his own. And something that panel touched on is that they haven't seen a Lycan do well when the lane stage don't go well for him.
Certainly tough to balance your resources and make sure both of them have a good start. And of course, the other nice thing, I guess, for Liquid, what might help salvage these lanes is that the Veno is a very difficult hero to pressure, even for a Batrider.
Yep.
You see this Veno playing rather aggressively early on. No points in the Plague War, but got to imagine it is coming soon as Matumba Man in danger in the bottom lane. Almost ticking down to the Maldic. Forces out the Kuro TP, and he will pop on that last tick.
Liquid, or level 1 Maledict is not something that does a ton, but they did a lot of damage onto him before that point, so
Oh, that is costly. And I think even worse, Lumi, like we also see the TP coming in, so
Lane switch.
he does, I guess, get the experience out of this Kuroki, but now opens up some opportunities elsewhere as they try to pressure KheZu in the top lane, the Batrider, being harassed a bit, even for now at least, committing the Howl. And as you mentioned, it will be a full-on lane switch here. Mind Control is going to evacuate top.
But here's the thing, you're switching a Lycan into a Batrider lane. Like, is that any better?
That might even be worse, arguably.
Yeah, I mean, Batrider has the level advantage. Matumba Man doesn't even have boots, so if KheZu stacks like, let's say, 4 or 5 stacks onto Matumba Man, you could just run him down. They're actually going to dual lane up top here. They fire off the Gale, but the tower is smartly choosing to attack Mind Control, so they can't even dive him there either.
Genius talent. KheZu, thanks you for your service. They start to descend on mid. They're looking for the miracle kill. Good Void comes out, keeping YapzOr out of range of Crush, but now the Lance follow-up. That should secure it with MP joining the party. Multiple core lanes, apparently the order of the day, as they are still dual laning top with Mind Control. Almost transitioning into that support role. Kuro's just being given the bottom lane solo. He says, I'm going to carry this one.
Oh, the 2 captain wants a true 1v1. Let's go. 5 position supports, last hitting. Get in there, boys.
The Kuro Puppey fight. A thing of dreams. Only at TI7.
Yeah.
Only at TI7.
I mean, to be serious for a second, though, like, this is not the way that Team Liquid wants to have their lanes. They have a 1 and 3rd position player laning together at the top lane. Mind Control is playing the zoner here.
I don't think they're going to go in KheZu again. The pressure continues. He does have the Firefly, though. Do they actually want to dive for this? They try to take him down, force out that TP, and Puppey is here looking for the response. Lays him with the Maledict, but KheZu probably too low to chase this out. Lots of the Flame Break. Mind Control did stick up. Probably should be fine, but that Maledict packs a punch. Maybe not. One more hit.
Woo! Okay.
Panic TP didn't actually even get into the fountain there initially, but fortunately for him, he will survive. It's so uncommon to see 2 cores laning together that we just assumed it was a lane swap. Like, you really never see this in Dota nowadays.
Yeah, this shows that Team Liquid is really lost in terms of what they could be doing in the lanes. And I think Team Secret is just one step ahead. Like, look at this move by YapzOr. Like, he knows that, hey, stack is coming, he's going to block it. I feel like Team Secret is just one step ahead everywhere.
They are getting pretty heavily outfarmed as well, with the Cast Knight already at 20 CS. YapzOr is being pursued, though, as that first nighttime clicks in, and perhaps... Oh, no, YapzOr denying him the Arcane Rune, as he does get the crush off. Still the pursuit. GH very committed, and he will get the kill. Salvaging the game, keeping Liquid in it for now. Try to batten down the hatches a bit here. The good news, Lumi, Miracle is farming well. All the crazy lane shenanigans we saw earlier, it has allowed him to just sit mid and hit creeps, and now he's getting a little assistance from GH as the Howl comes out, continues to pursue, and mid one looks to answer back a lot of damage with that first Spirit Lance. TPs are coming in. Puppey's going to rotate. Even that is just opening up the other lane. So this first nighttime, getting Liquid back in the game.
Before things get a little bit too crazy, I do want to mention that Liquid once again does have the combination of Night Stalker and Lycan. You can just turn into Night anytime you want with the Darkness, and then of course it makes the Howl doubly effective during Night. So a little bit of small something, but something that they have to count on. Moving.
Mind Control, does fog them, at least for now, but YapzOr on the case, gets up the crush. Kuro coming in, looking for the save, the Maledict's there, but it is already level 2. GH arriving as well, but he's running into 3. Not sure this is a fight he wants to take. In fact, YapzOr was looking for the second kill. Crush was still pulling down, gets away to safety. Mid one continues to bully Miracle, who does not have his level 6 yet. Has to be careful he doesn't overplay his hand. Bit behind in the experience department as YapzOr lurks, waiting for GH to come through, but actually Liquid have brought 3. He needs to get out of here. Gale comes in, and with that, Liquid score another kill. Climbing back into this game. This nighttime has really salvaged things.
It has, and there's still 2 minutes left of it, so let's see if GH could do a little bit more.
Overall, for Secret, is this expected that you're going to struggle this first nighttime? Are you at all worried if they're them? Are there any adjustments they need to make in your eyes?
I feel like they played the first 4 minutes very well. I think they definitely got way more kills than they should have gotten with the heroes that they have. Hold that thought here, as Puppey will have to turn on the heal as he runs away from GH, but perhaps a bait
though.
Flies over.
Flapping away, but the Maledict is going to take him down. And Puppey has been a force on this Witch Doctor, and he was a force in game 1.
Yeah, what a skill build coming out from Witch Doctor as well. 2 points in Maledict, 1 point in Voodoo, and 1 point in Cast. This is definitely not the standard build, but hey, he's finding it, correct use for every single situation.
I mean, it is, but at the same time, like, the standard Lycan build is not to get the Wolves early, so, you know, even if he needs the Cask later, he'll have time to go back for that.
Yep.
And Witch Doctor's heal and Cask are both pretty decent value points as far as they go. Like, just getting that stun in and of itself is a huge upgrade for the hero, and
Sure.
the heal level 1 is quite strong.
Oh my god, this is a huge play by the Batrider. He's stealing the stack away from the Alchemist.
Bone 7 is smiling. This is a move I
This
think
is what he
that
does,
dates
yeah.
back to him.
Yep. Oh, there you go. There goes that Alchemist stack. That's like 200
Diving
gold.
on mid, they want Miracle. His Chemical Rage on cooldown, but in comes GH. Looking for the assist. Now Puppey's the one who's run over GH. Again, making
get
the right
more here.
movements. Once more, GH trying to play the hero, and GH doesn't quite get mid one, trying to
Not
take
yet,
it down.
one more hit.
GH is a goddamn hero. He scores the kill. He'll pay with his life, but well worth it for the
okay.
PL. Mind Control, though, might have overextended. Indeed, he will. So the Venomancer drives by. He's going to die in the lane. I mean, you can't ask for more from GH. This guy single-handedly dragging Liquid on his back into the game.
Yeah, and he has to do so because their lanes are just so bad the way that they were constructed. And they are in the game. Miracle does have the boots finished, upgraded, going for the standard armlet. He's now going to go into the jungle and get the bad news that, hey, my camp's taken. Again, Team Secret, even though they gave away a couple kills in the nighttime, I still feel like that was okay, especially the fact that Batrider took that stack away is what gives me the win for Team Secret.
Technically, Liquid, their first lead of the game, at least their first substantial tick towards one, as they have completely erased that early Secret progress. But now we enter the next phase. It is, again, daytime. Secret can use this time to farm up. We're going to see MP building towards a fast armlet here on the Chaos Knight as the mid one continues to pressure in the mid lane. Has the Arcane Rune, so those very low cooldown spears keep on getting pumped out. It's going to force GH to TP away.
Middle tower is under attack.
Not a scary creature at this time. The Secret look to ramp up the push. Not the best pushing lineup, Lumi. That's something Secret really do struggle with outside of perhaps the Phantasm. That they have to get an overwhelming advantage to take these structures down.
Not a good pushing paper on lineup, but then what if like they just put illusions in front of your building? What is Team Liquid's answer? They don't really have one, so...
It's slow progress, but
it will eventually take down the building.
They do chip it down, only to half HP, but nonetheless, progress for them. As elsewhere, Liquid are using this time to farm up. Mind Control trying to get back in the game, only got 2k net worth. Venomancer, with all the rotations he had to make, is just maxing out the Plague Wards. We're not going to see the extra points in Gale and Sting like we saw from the mid-Veno previously.
And I go for mid one on the mid lane, but again, there's so very little control for him. He just jumps away.
Now a Smoke, Secret making their play. They want Matumba Man. Does have the shape. They're going to have to chain stun him. The lasso's available. They want the Wolf, and they'll get him, at least initially, pulling him up onto the high ground where Puppey is lurking with the Maledict. The crush comes through. Kuro to the rescue, though. I don't think Matumba Man dies just yet, and now he chases forward. Wants a piece of Puppey, looking for vengeance. The Witch Doctor's overextended, but YapzOr trying to at least get the deny out there. Not going to happen now. YapzOr on the run as well. They hound him. They pursue in force. A little bit too far. They are going to back away now, and on the chase is MP. Back the other direction we go. Ping-ponging onto Mind Control. The short duration stun, and now gets up the poison over the crush. Connects on only one. The Snake Man's down. Secret going to back away for now. But this is all buying time.
Yeah, this is a
Miracle is farming.
very good fight for Team Liquid. You know, like you mentioned, Miracle hasn't even needed to join any single fights. I think Team Secret definitely overestimated what they could have done taking a fight at the enemy shrine. Great TP coming in from Kurogi tapping that shrine. And once that shrine is activated, that Maledict really doesn't do much of anything. So, good 1-for-1 trade for Team Liquid. And checking on Miracle's farm, he's up to 1500 with Armlet and Treads upgraded. Hey, they might be actually able to do it.
And looking at the tower now, Glyph gets forced out.
Dire's middle tower.
No darkness available. It is still daytime. Imagine Liquid might want to wait to fully contest this, but with the catapult, hell, they might try it now. Chemical Rage active. DD Rune can be popped. Last hit to Miracle. Give him almost 2,000 gold halfway to the Relic.
Can he make it out though?
But can he get away? It certainly seems that case.
Okay.
Who's the big boy now? Miracle just absolutely shreds him, and the chase goes forward, looking for more.
Well, I don't know if Miracle's going to pop off this game, but that's a good start, you know? Tower lasted.
Doing it during daytime as well. Secret just not respecting him.
Top lane looks like they're trying to make a dive for the Tumba Man, but no blink just yet here on the Bat Rider.
KheZu did opt to go for the drums first. Flying out now. And mid one also rushing the Diffusal Blade, so not even going to upgrade the boots here. Go for any stat items outside the Aquila. Just wants to get that Diffusal out as quickly as possible.
Moving on from this point in the game, I think Kuro's positioning in fights is going to determine whether Team Liquid has a chance or not in this game. He is public enemy #1. He's the one that's providing the spells as well as save for the rest of the team. And there's so many heroes that could easily get behind him. You know, of course, mid one with his Diffusal Blade, Chaos Knight with Reality Rift, as well as the Slaughter kind of just coming in the backline. So,
speaking of that Slaughter, GH again on the prowl here. Has the phase boots picked up. Always a threat to flap over the trees. So when is Secret's next move? Is the Diffusal Blade the armlet at that point? Do you just go? Do you start taking those fights? Or?
I think you're waiting for the blinks from Slaughter or the Bat Rider.
Okay.
You really need a hard initiation to find the right target, whether that is Kurogi or somebody else, and go for the quick kill. I think if you're relying on Diffusal Blade or drums, that's not fast enough to get the right initiation off, and Liquid can come in, you know, whether via tower TPs or just good positioning of their own to kind of take a good fight. You don't want to fight into an Alchemist lineup when you don't have enough, because if you just die to an Alchemist lineup, you just give him more time to farm, and that's a recipe for disaster.
So Puppey does continue to just keep on maxing out this Maledict. Now level 3. Still only the 1 point in the cast, and could become very relevant here as Matumba Man is building towards the Necro Book. This has increasingly been the more popular build. We've seen a lot of players shying away more and more this tournament from the Armlet Mask of Madness. GH prowls the dire jungle. Looking for that next opening. Diffusal Blade is nigh. MP's Armlet only a few creeps away, so those two big early combat items for Secret about to come out. But Liquid the ones on offense. Grouping up behind Miracle, they look for this tier 1 top. With the tower falling, Radiance will be nearly complete. In fact, Puppey in a bit of danger, lobs out the Maledict, but then gets silenced up and GH pursues onto the high ground. Really wants to force it, perhaps he's been baited in a bit too far. Cast coming out, Maledict ticking in, and will pay with his life.
Space created.
But space for the tower.
I mean, you just dove into a tier 3 for a 1-for-1 trade, and you got 2 teleport scroll from a 4 position.
And you got the tower, you got the Radiance.
Give him that chat wheel, man. Space created. Well done. And he needs to do that. Space.
He's not that kind of player. He lets us play do the talking with me.
Well, Miracle has the Radiance online. 14 minutes and 30 seconds with treads upgraded as well as Armlet. Not the best time ever, but very, very serviceable given how the laning stage went, right? Remember, you gotta keep in mind that Matumba Man got first blood at bottom, or he got killed bottom. They had to lane with a Veno for a while. That was just not a good start. They're still in the game.
Definitely not a part of the plan, but it's working out all the same for Liquid. However, the change-up could be upon us momentarily as they look for GH here. Amp damage coming through. KheZu no blink though. Can't wrangle the vampire.
KheZu's not going for Blink. He's going for a Yule Scepter. What do you make of that?
The Night Stalkers?
No. I mean, but you're a Bat Rider. Your job is to initiate. I guess he feels that, look, there is an Orgo on the other side. He gives respect to Kuro that he feels that he won't be able to get off very reliable initiation. That he just want to itemize in a different manner. But then you have a Bat Rider not at 100%.
The Slaughter is about to get it. So YapzOr very close to his blink, and to be fair, like their lineup's good at chasing, right? With the PL,
yeah,
Diffusal Blade, even Chaos Knight, a decent chaser.
I mean, you're just putting a lot of stock on that Slaughter being able to get that initiate off.
Well, they got the scan that might give them the opportunity here. At the same time, it's nighttime, and GH knows. He can see when Secret just creep towards that ward. So Liquid constructing a fairly safe push here, plopping down the Serpent Wards. And now Darkness falls. Do they commit? Good thinking about it. Secret still want to hold this tower. They conga line through the trees. YapzOr in position for his blink debut. Can he sneak up? Kuro would be an ideal target. The smoke actually, I believe, just got a little too close to mind control Kuro across the tree line. Instantly you see Liquid are confident to back away. They see no one farming elsewhere. PL still off in the jungle. BOT is coming next for mid 1, so Secret won't find their opening. At the same time, they do hold the tower.
How far do you think he'll need to be to take over this game? Especially against CK, PL.
I mean, he has an Oracle behind him, right? And they do have like the Lycan Owl as well, so I think they have some ways to help him tank up.
So do you feel it's more about how the rest of his team play rather than, you know, how farm he gets?
I think it's more about the Oracle.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, they have a lot of damage, right? They have amp damage, great against Alchemist, who has relatively
They're running a mid one up top
base
here.
armor, but here comes the chase on the mid one. They want to kill up this PL.
And they will get it.
Huge pick off, no punish as KheZu just walks into the Necro army. YapzOr even trying to get his blink off, but constantly the minions are a problem. He's got to crush him back away.
Alchemist is joining the fight.
Though still get the jump onto GH, but Man wants to take this fight, not into that Maledict. That's not
Miracle's
happen.
coming in with their one stun. They're going to go on. Nice dodger by MP. They're going to try to walk it off. Miracle's chasing. He doesn't have his ultimate. They can turn on him right now.
Oh, good snare by Kuro, but now the Death Ward coming through. Kuro's down and Liquid have to retreat. The stun lobbed out. God, if they had the PL, Secret would be diving so hard right now, but they just don't have the pursuit.
Tumbleman still standing in a very forward position. Kuro is out of the fight. They get picked off very fast, and that's the state of the game where you look like, you know, we just want to have more stuns, you know? How do you chase in a situation like that?
Just patiently, you know, I think you can be content with the PL kill.
Yeah.
You don't have to go for more at that point.
And I think they shouldn't have. As soon as they miss their stun, we're going to watch that one more time. They do go for the Night Stalker to start things off. And then you see the Alchemist coming down from the river. The stun will miss. And right at that point, I think it was time to back off. Yeah.
By MP. Because Rowdy Rift does have a bit of like a cast animation compared to, say, a Manta. Which is
I mean, at the same time, the Alchemist stun isn't, you know, the fastest traveling projectile, so.
Well, Yule's now complete. So while you might want to see a blink from KheZu, this could be a tool to keep that Oracle out of the fight as long as possible while they try and focus Miracle down. See how it pans out for Secret. Still though, feels like overall they're kind of playing Liquid's game, right? It's a good out game. There's some big Aghanims upgrades here. The Venomancer Ags upgrade is great. The Night Stalker one, fantastic. And
do you want to play that game right now on the main stage? Who do you want to give the Ags to first out of his allies? I mean, my vote is on the Night Stalker, but
I definitely think you need a plus armor item. Like, you're not going to rush an Ag.
oh no, no way. Like I'm talking about once he's comfortable with his item slot and he's feeling rich, start to dole out some Ags.
Yeah, I think so. I think Night Stalker is probably the ideal one, just because against Batrider, the vision is so important. You cannot let him get the jump. Secret are smoked up, though. They haven't been particularly successful in these smokes, but they're going to try it again. Scouting out Man, but look at the position of Kuro Lumi, tucked in the trees, up above his core. Liquid are definitely anticipating Secret's movements well now. And they haven't been able to find that big fight. You know, the way their lineup works, they want to just catch a hero out and then keep on chasing everyone down with defusal charges, reality rips, the Batrider pursuit. But in fact, the charge going the other way. Mid one is being forced back. They got the armlet, they got the defusal, they got the drums, Yules, and the blink on the Slardar, and they're just not fighting.
Yeah. They're definitely respecting the fact that there is quite a bit of vision on the side of Team Liquid.
Is there a way to deal with that for Secret? Like
Honestly,
anything they can do to get vision back?
I mean, you could put down wards, but as soon as Night Stalker press darkness, you know, a lot of your vision is just gone. Mind Control could plop down his own wards as well, too, like that. Just give him a little bit of extra sight outside of the Roshan pit. They know Rosh is going on, but it's hard to initiate it. And this is a spot where you wish Batrider has a lasso, Blink Lasso rather.
Well, they're trying to bring in the whole gang, but by the time they get to the pit, it's already too late. Instead, they're going to go in mid, locking out GH, and in a flurry of attacks, he should die. No Kuro's there with the save, but a 3-hero crush from YapzOr. A godly play by him. Still GH stays alive for a while, almost killing off Puppey, and now the chase is on. Liquid see an opening with that Venomancer all committed, MP dropping low. Do they drive forward? Mid one, kiting them from the side. However, he could get stunned here by the Alk. The crush comes through, looking for the save. And now, isolating Miracle, but he's just going to Manta and retreat. Still as the Aegis as well. Secret have to gang up here and try to rely on that Puppey heal to get them back towards safety. They do get the mid one kill in the end. They hang on, at least for now, to the Aegis.
Yeah, great trade here, if you ask me, for Team Liquid. Got the enemy core, you lost 2 supports, whatever. Miracle didn't die, he
They
has
want to go
Aegis.
back in. Secret are thinking about it. They don't have the lasso. Who do they jump on first? In the back lines, it's Mind Control. Without the Poison Nova, he should be an easy kill, but Miracle's there to the rescue. Bails his buddy out, keeps him alive, and forces Secret on their heels. Do they have a stun? The Void's cooling down. Oh, almost got it. GH. Mid-cast animation. So 2 cores now down for Secret.
Another kill given to Liquid for free, basically, and they're going to lose buildings from it. If you fight into an Alchemist, you better be damn sure that you have enough to take him down, or take his team down, and Team Secret had neither. Miracle, as soon as he pops that ultimate, they are able to take down the tier 2 and just start to farm off the enemy jungle. I think Liquid have stabilized. I think they might have able to recover from this game 2 situation. I mean, they're up 7k, and that might seem like a lot, but let me remind you of game 2 of the Liquid's last series, where there was an enemy Alchemist on the other side. They were up like 10, 15k, and Liquid eventually came back, but I think they have stabilized.
Oh, they find KheZu now with the Void coming through. He goes for the Yules, but quickly getting purged off. Down he goes. Kuro on point. And Secret on the run, continually being picked off. The Wolves are scouting, and Puppey knows there's additional heroes lurking here. He sounds the cry to chase forward. The BOT plays for Miracle, locking onto MP, looking to finish off the Chaos Knight. Liquid are going to get another. All of a sudden, 12-12, but that does not tell the story of this game.
No, it does not.
The Raiding Courier at least sniped something for mid one, a small consolation prize, but the real victory is all Liquid's right now, as they continue to scratch and claw, try to force that game 3. They're definitely well back into this one. It's just crazy to think how it started. Puppey was walking around freely as a Witch Doctor, racking up kills. You had a dual lane Veno Lycan that was still almost losing, it felt like, to a Batrider.
I mean, I
But
think
things have changed.
I think one of the key points to point out, given how the game state is going, is that yes, Team Secret was ahead from the laning stage, but they didn't really have heroes that could get further ahead. Like, sure, you did well in the lanes, but you weren't pushing towers, right?
They don't have like an anti-mage with the Battle Fury, an Alchemist with a Radiance, and they didn't have, they didn't have the blink on the Batrider to even set up those kills, so they gave Liquid a little breathing room. And
I'm thinking more heroes like Pugna, right? Like, if you get well in the laning stage, you start blasting towers, you start constricting what Liquid could do, where they could farm.
True.
But they couldn't. I mean, eventually, sure, you have illusion heroes. Eventually, you can push tower, but that's eventually. That will take too long, and it did take too long. Liquid has had more than enough time. Unless Miracle makes some sort of big misplay, I think if he plays safe, this could be Liquid's game.
all does hang in the balance. Their TI lives very much on the line. They leave him mid for now, but the BOTs can bring him to join the team. Liquid commence their push, a little chip damage on bottom, taking a couple hundred points of health away from that tower. Still the tier 1 remains top, something that Secret would sure love to eradicate.
But they're gonna lose the tier 2. Also, when I say Miracle needs to, play good, same thing with Kerr, right? I'm kind of counting them as a joint unit at this point. False Promise for your Alchemist, that's the combo. Here we go, High Ground Siege.
Cast comes a bouncing, Puppey trying to slow this down, but Miracle is undaunted up front. At least for now, the Necro Book gets forced away, but already this tower has taken a heavy punishment. 900 health bond. Still the tier 1 health holds top, and now they chase after mid 1. Matumba sicking his minions on the PL. Gonna force him back, as meanwhile these Alkalusions, quite an infestation on the secret side of the map, and they look perhaps a little more. Alk stun lobbed out.
Very composed push. I think a lot of teams would have seen, hey, we're up on the high ground, we got the Lycan, we got the Wolves, we got the Summon, let's just take the tier 3, but Team Liquid recognizing that the enemy shrine is still up, they could be very liable to get backstabbed. Last time it was the YapzOr getting a 3-man Slithering Crush. That could just, end their lead, so playing it very safe. Miracle does get the corrosive haze on him, but he could easily dispel that with a Mantis out. He'll probably do so soon.
So Secret identifying that they need 2 BKBs here. Mid 1 is going for 1 simultaneously. We do see MP has just completed his, just got the gold now. So they're going to go for another timing with the BKBs, look to really take the fight to Liquid. Do you think they'll be able to fight into Liquid with these, or are they still lacking?
To me, it isn't about the BKBs. Don't get me wrong, the BKB is going to be nice. Like, it's going to prevent the stuns from coming out. It's going to make heroes like Night Stalker as well as Venomancer somewhat ineffective. But to me, the ultimate thing is, are you finding Kuro? Can you kill him before he lets off his spells? Because once you kill him, then you have real methods to control Alchemist.
But they don't have the vision, right? Like, you've got on the side of Liquid, you have a Night Stalker and the Wolves constantly scouting, giving you information. Like, where's the vision for Secret? It's maybe an Amplify Damage or Corrosive Haze here or there, an Illusion scouting in the woods. Like,
yeah,
they don't have a great vision.
I mean,
here.
they have Bat Rider, it'll help a little bit. But I think this is where Shadow Blade helps, from heroes like Slaughter or even the Bat. No-Tail has been a big fan of getting Blink Dagger on the Chaos Knight, where you could, use for just your hero and also kind of pull your illusions into the fight if you want. Maybe that's something MP will consider, but it looks like he's going to just bulk up. He's going to go for the AC.
While he's bulking up, Miracle is already swole. Banging away at this tier 2 top Shiva's Guard complete. Octarine on the way. Alk at 22k net worth. All the problems he had early, they feel long gone. Liquid are now about to siege. Grouping up top, shoving that lane in. Roche could be up soon, so they don't want to do it just yet. And Matumbaman's going to sprint to bottom, or at least thinks about it. 6th the Necrobook inside this dire base, all the way to the tier.
It's going to hit
tower.
tier 3, yeah.
For now, at least, there was a moment of backdoor, but that is gone, and now tower nearly down. If they kill this off, the Shrine's going to be
One more hit.
One more hit, he does it! Oh, that is huge.
Yeah.
Shrines have been opened up. Instantly, GH is onto it.
But they might get backstabbed. Here
But
comes Team Secret.
Secret could have found their opening here. The crush to start, and they catch out, of all heroes, they catch out Kuro. That's really bad for Liquid. They need to retreat, get out quickly. GH, looking for the Corrosive Haze there, but he somehow manages to
Link
flap
in
away.
1 second.
Flame Break coming through is going to connect. He makes it back to safety. If it's only Kuro, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, the lanes are way too pushed. Look at Mind Control's position. He's like, hey, I see Kuro gain jump. I'm going to just push top. Now you have to respond to that. As you're responding to that, our other lanes are going to get pushed out. Team Secret says this is our small opening to get the mid-wave push in and maybe look for a little bit more.
YapzOr still hunting. Diving after the Night Stalker at nighttime. That is a tall order. Meanwhile, you see Mind Control infesting this top lane, just constantly shoving it in, trying to draw some heroes back, at which point his team can go and try to deal with some shrines. So the BKBs are complete now. When does Secret get their next fight? They're not itemizing to play greedy. They're not trying to really itemize to just farm their way back into this. That's never the ideal scenario against an Alex to try and play his game, but continue to slip behind the longer that clock runs. And now MP getting caught out here. Silenced up. Alk stun coming through. It's not the longest duration. The Shiva's connected as well, but he gets back to safety. Now it's Puppey who's caught out. Do they turn? Do they fight? When will Secret make their stand? It's not now. Puppey's down. MP hesitates, blows the BKB, still goes down, and it's off to the races. Matumbaman charging in. They can descend on this tower, and a flurry of auto attacks look to bring it down. They force mid one on his heels. Liquid turn back for objectives now. Focus, eyes on the prize. Single-minded, they just want these towers. They want the racks. They don't care about Secret's heroes. It's an even game in kills, but that's not Dota. Dota is a game of buildings, and that's exactly what Liquid are taking down. Melee racks have fallen. They want more. Looking for the ranged. They still stick around. They're not even hesitating for the time being. The ranged will drop, and still no sign of answer.
They could maybe get Matumbaman on the way out, but I think they're happy to sacrifice him. No, they're going to leave him.
Lasso still available, but Kuro just sits back waiting with the false promise. He's going to get Yules, and now the Lasso comes through, but Kuro purchases it off anyway. Matumbaman going to be able to walk away freely. Maybe GH doesn't even go down here. Secret are committing their BKBs, potentially their lives, to this hold, and it seems like they're losing. They even shrine up, but the Alk stun comes through. Miracle on the onslaught here, charging forward, forcing Secret back. Mid one wants to fight. Still, BKBs have been expended. Is this really their time? Matumbaman's at full HP right now. The Lance comes through. I think Liquid are content to back away, but they need that shapeshift. They're still trying to kill him. Finally, he'll get that kill, but doesn't really feel like it matters. Buildings have fallen. Heroes have died. Long duration BKBs expended. Roche is about to respawn. And I don't know that Secret are in position to contest it, Lumi.
Yeah, I feel like Team Liquid gave away a little bit too much there. There was no reason to... if GH dies, whatever. We're going to watch the team fight one more time. I believe this is just going to be the first half of the team fight where Team Liquid feels like they're strong enough and they're going to just run at them. There is no response whatsoever from Team Liquid. Sorry, Team Secret. Team Secret play much better when they're the one that's initiating with the Bat Rider, with the Slaughter. And that was just Liquid flexing They're going in. Not much of Secret.
I mean, you can see the idea there for the Bat Rider of KheZu. Yules up the Oracle and then just go on somebody. But the range is long enough with the Aether Lens that KuroKy can still easily just purge that lasso off.
Had they done that like maybe 10 minutes earlier, that would have been a good plan. But sure, you use up the Oracle, but you're not killing people fast enough before he comes down.
That is the other thing.
Yeah, like what is your burst damage on the side of Team Secret? I guess the Chaos Knight.
It's a reality room.
Yeah,
that's
which,
basically it.
You know, he was struggling to get into the right position at team fight as well.
So Liquid get one. Now they want the Roche. Bottom lane, remember, is exposed. Mid lane, still the tier 3 stands. It's going to be a tough siege for Secret to stop here, Lumi. Especially if an Agent Cheese is a part of it. But really, how does Secret get near the pit? They got to worry about these lanes pushing in. There's a Night Stalker running around with a gem, flying out momentarily. They already seem to have trouble initiating trouble with Vision. Troubles will continue to increase.
Yeah, they even feel confident enough to not give Miracle the Aegis. They put it on Matumba Man. This is generally a bad sign for the other team. Now there is 2 hyper cores that you have to deal with. There's still KuroKy with his false promise on the backline that you have to kill before. And Kuro's got a Aether Lens, so he can stay even further away in a better position. This might be checkmate for Team Secret. It feels like it's already checkmate.
They're going to try, though. Secret moving out. They do have their BKBs double damage and bottled up by mid 1. This could be big.
Darkness ends.
Darkness ends, and maybe the opening comes
Blinks
through now.
away!
YapzOr, though, crushing onto the Oracle. That's probably the ideal target. Now the lasso comes through on him. Mid 1 can commit. They drag him up. Roast him in the flames, and Matumba Man gets aggressive. He fights into this. Miracle joins the fray. They're going to back up their friend here. Still, that Oracle is alive through it all. Kuro survives. Secret are not getting kills with these BKBs. Finally, the Oracle will drop. The Lycan also brought down, but round 2 is much more painful. Miracle still full HP. Fighting forward is the Lycan. Liquid win the fight. 3 fall. They push in.
Well, they got the initiation they were looking for. Unfortunately, they didn't get the kill quickly enough. And meanwhile, Liquid.
Oh boy. Miracle. The cojones on this one. Here comes the Rapier. That is going to be huge for taking down these structures, but it's the kills that Miracle seems to want. He's diving from P. He's diving with the Rapier. What's he doing? He has no fear. KheZu just runs away.
I think they're ahead enough, or even if he had lost the Rapier, it would have been fine. So this is more like, hey, we're winning this game so hard. I'm not even worried about giving a Rapier away, and we're going to finish the game right now.
Yeah, out comes the Gale. Miracle finally using that Rapier for its proper purpose, which is to bring down buildings. They crush him. They can't control him, though. Liquid, Mega Creeps await. Game 3 awaits. Secret cannot close them out.
Call it GG.
What a shaky start, Lumi. That looked real dicey. Talk about composure. You're down 0-1. You're on the verge of elimination. Your lanes really go awry, and they somehow just stay calm under pressure. I mean, people look at KuroKy. We've seen him cast before, and he is a very calm guy. And I think that calmness really paid off here for the team.
As much as Team Secret won Game 1 off of Puppey's play with the Spare Breaker, I felt like 4 picks into the Game 2, the panel's like,
Yeah, no, and I love the way he did it with a sigh, like,
Well, it's hard for me to be over the top. I'm so dry, you know. I'm
oh.
just kind of chilling, enjoying some good Dota.
I think you can get the hype in you. I think the crowd's got the hype in them.
We got EG coming next.
Right?
Okay.
All right. So this is the change up. We saw the Coddle into Brazil after this Rubik Spear Breaker, but now they're going with the Necrophos themselves. So
This is the same first 2 picks out of Team Secret as in Game 1.
Let's talk about what's. Sorry to interrupt you, but Necrophos is the different pick here. What does Secret need to do to prepare for the Necrophos?
well, the thing last game was, right, they picked the Necrophos sort of as a counter to the Bristleback, I think to a large extent. And now they see a Necrophos kind of early, so they need to think, you know, what kind of hero can they use to kind of counter this Necro Coddle now, right? Because they get this information kind of early. So how can they kind of counter this Necrophos? What do you think?
Mid-ancient apparition?
Mid-A, oh.
Offlane Spirit Breaker, support AA, Rubik AA trialing.
Is that, okay, yeah. I mean, the A has always been pretty good against Necro. I was thinking along something like, they're gonna, later on in the stage, maybe they can go for some kind of AM or something similar.
Yeah, they can do that.
That would work.
I think if they want to pick some carriers here earlier, it should be like a diffusal carrier that can move, like some Jug, some Weaver, like that.
Yeah, that could work too.
Do you like diffusal carriers versus Necro?
Yeah, I think it's really good. Like TA is also, it's weird, but I think in general TA is a pretty good hero versus Necro. The way you can burst the items you buy. But like you have the third pick right here, and do you want to pick Templar Assassin here? Like, I don't think you do.
Definitely not.
And this Necro can appear in any lane, so.
Yeah, I don't mind Weaver. I think not only does Weaver he can go Diffusal, but he can also go Lincoln Sphere.
Yeah.
Protect us from that big bad sight.
10 seconds remaining.
We also see Bristleback banned straight up out of Team Secret. I mean, we've talked about Keeper Bristle being a strong pair, but
Mind Control's been dominating on the hero this turn.
yeah, I was gonna say, but do you feel like this is a necessary ban?
Well, you know, it's not really up to me. I feel like if Puppey wants to ban it, then I think he should ban it.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. Very fair. Like this is their counter to this stuff too. Like every Coddle dual lane, they want Necrophos play. This is what they.
So without Bristleback, what do you look to lane with Coddle, or do you just throw him in the safe lane?
I feel like GH kind of just plays that Coddle no matter what, right?
Yeah, definitely.
He doesn't. I agree that you kind of want to play around something, right, with this Coddle to some extent. You want to have a purpose in the early game.
You want to have a presence in lane. Pi, you play a little bit of Coddle. Is there any matchups that you like, or combinations?
I mean, I used to, like the classics are like Phantom Lancer, and then you have these Timber Cells, and then you can go even for the Access and Slaughters, you know, so they have double stun or double call. But I don't think I've seen Liquid do that. They more play for the Axe, right? Like he farms a pretty fast Axe, and then they push together.
Yeah, they hit a timing.
10
So-
seconds remaining.
I wonder.
What are heroes that you don't like playing against as a Coddle?
5 seconds.
I mean, Spirit Breaker is like, it can be pretty rough, but you can handle that. It's like these Nixes and these carries that can run up on you. Like Weaver would be annoying.
What do you feel about Storm? Do you think that?
Storm can be pretty
Yeah.
obnoxious. But like if they want to push, like especially like how he's pretty good at farming, right? Like he'll be pretty farm. The Storm won't really kill you for a long while. Like you have Axe, go Scepter, it's daytime, you're pushing, Storm jumps in,
I think
healing comes.
Coddle would hit that Axe timing well before Storm got 3 or 4 slots, which I think he needs to be super impactful.
Okay.
got a Furion pickup here. That's, you know, I could look at that as a deny pick almost. That's, you know, one of my favorite heroes from Mind Control and Team Liquid.
Yeah, I could see that too. They like running this kind of, when they have Coddle and they have Prophet, it's very hard to play against that. They can be everywhere on the map all the time.
Liquid split push. It won them a lot of games.
Has it won them a lot of games in the group stages?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Teams will go up against Liquid and they'll be split push by Lycans, Broodmothers, Furions, Caudle, Wisp. This global presence kind of team that Liquid has brought time and time again has presented a ton of trouble for teams playing up against them, and that was why they were one of the favorites coming into this tournament.
Now this is a third pick I would love some clarity on. Obviously, Witch Doctor is really nice to have in lane. It's great at babysitting.
I feel like it looks a lot like push. I mean, we have the Witch Doctor with the heal. They're gonna have that Coddle with Axe, and during daytime we've seen Liquid, they really like doing this. They really like taking advantage of the Coddle daytime heal from the Axe. So they have a lot of heal, like, and Necroforce as well. So I think they're gonna go for this.
This is the
20-minute.
This is the core AA game, man.
Maybe.
It
They
is
have
banned.
very static lanes
Three healers.
AA is.
Oh, it's banned. Oh no! All right, my bad. I was getting all excited.
I mean, does Team Liquid now need just damage in a front line to absorb?
I think the Necroforce can do a little bit of front line, but yeah.
They need catch. You have Furion who's gonna be split pushing, Rubik who can clear waves, and then you have Queen of Pain who's, you know, very mobile.
I just think they have to think, like, they can't be greedy. That's how they have to think. Like, if you look at this lineup, they can only fight, and they're gonna be diving you early with Secret. Like, you have to survive the lanes here. Like, they just have to do anything to survive.
What kind of carry do you think Secret goes for here?
Like, they want to pick Lone Druid because that's their favorite hero, but that might be, I don't know, greedy.
We used to see Witch Doctor, or at least I used to pick Witch Doctor a little bit against Furion because you can cast the Treants as they come in to mess with your waves, but Furions mostly just keep their Treants in lane with them nowadays. But you can easily kill the Treants and deal with Furion's off-lane presence.
It's just wherever, like, the Spear Break is going to charge, the Fear and Teep is in, and then you have, if one hero rotates, you're going to be like 3-4 heroes every time you dive a tower, like for like that 4 to 8 minutes.
More heal, right? Press the attack.
More heal.
A fourth healer.
And also
catch, yeah.
Yes, you can remove some silences from Necrophos if he gets orchided. Potentially some disables from Spirit Breaker.
I mean, they still need this, something that hit the buildings, right?
Oh, it's coming.
I think they have, like, the amount of sustain they have, the buildings will eventually fall. I feel like they can stay in front of those towers forever during daytime.
Sven ban. We're looking at an illusion hero for Team Secret. Perhaps that. I don't know. They have LC. What are we thinking about this Sven ban? They definitely need some physical damage.
I mean, maybe the Sven is just, it's a tower hitter and he gives armor, and it would just be very hard to stop the Sven. Like the Coddle Witch Doctor Sven is a pretty decent tri lane.
Pull out the Drow Ranger again?
It's banned.
Oh, it's banned. All right.
It's a big screen. We got a lot to look at here. But banning Sven removes the option for Warcry, which is a huge armor bonus for their team. I think physical damage makes a lot of sense for Secret here. They have the last pick though, so they'll get to see what hero Miracle decides to take up. He could play Necrophos. I would not recommend that though. I think Miracle is best suited on a different hero.
I'm definitely inclined to agree. I think it's going to be a Matomba Necrophos. I also think he's the one who plays that hero almost exclusively on that team. And Mind Control, I expect to play Legion.
Okay.
Team Liquid really taking their time. The last ban and last.
Well, this ban's tough because you have to, you pick a hero and then you need to ban a hero that you think is good against the hero that you're picking.
One of the teams are, you know, it's the last game for one of them, so.
And they went aggro last time.
Great analysis,
right?
Pycat.
Thanks.
You're really on top of it.
Oh, they're going to take their time, right?
I've been
They're
impressed.
not going to rush it.
You're killing it on the panel.
Thanks.
Well, I mean, Team Secret's lineup is a really intimidating one to be up against, especially with the instant stun from Rubik, mobility from Spirit Breaker and Nature's Prophet. The ban is Lycan and Troll Warlord.
PBD is not happy right now.
That disgusting creature.
Well, they definitely have someone who can take down towers now.
Yeah, they do. They can group up and they can definitely siege, have that Caudle heals, Witch Doctor heals, Legion Commander to back them up with press the attack, and just watch Troll smack at those towers.
And they have some scary timings, right? Like, whatever daytime when he gets his axe, like the amount of heal they have.
I'm worried
Like,
about
look at this damage. Okay, let's see.
How is Quap going to have an impact? Oh, Luna.
Damn.
Wow.
That is unexpected.
Yeah.
They are gonna,
Is he gonna come online early enough? Are they gonna go aggro? Is that the play here?
They better win the early game, or else I feel like they're going to be in some major trouble.
Well, we've yet to see Luna in yesterday's or today's games. Very intimidating hero, especially given those Mask of Madness builds giving a lot of farm. Let's throw it on down to the casters for the final game of Team Liquid versus Team Secret.
It all comes down to this. Liquid, Secret, Game 3, and Luna comes out. Lumi, are you surprised?
A little bit, but at the same time, a very powerful mid-game fighting tool, right? That's one of the strengths of Luna. You get that level 6, you see some sort of action going in the jungle or at the shrine, you pour in there and you just turn a fight. I think Team Secret, their goal is definitely going to be winning the lane stage. You got both Spirit Breaker as well as the YapzOr Rubik. They are so mobile across the map, and they're going to try to win at least 2 out of the 3 lanes.
Potentially very strong lanes, but they are pretty squishy here across the board. So if they overextend even slightly, an Illuminate can instantly mean like half your HP's team is gone, and there's certainly lots of chasing potential the other way once the Legion and the Troll come online. So Game 3 upon us. Whose draft do you like better overall?
I think it's pretty even. They're both very strong at different timings, but I'm going to go with Team Liquid.
Okay.
I believe in their timing. I believe once they get their Ags and all that jazz, they're going to be able to push and finish the game. But the ultimate question is, can they get to the timing? That's where Team Secret is stronger. They're going to stun.
And Game 1, we saw Puppey so disruptive on his Spirit Breaker, was involved in pretty much every early kill. As the teams enter the field of battle, one of them is going home. Liquid versus Secret, Kuro versus Puppey. Game 3, live at Key Arena. Here we go. The teams creep out. Some early smoke rotations, Lumi. I haven't seen this kind of aggression in the laning stage this series. Puppey, the man in front. Okay, just a ward for now. Yep.
Both teams getting the critical mid ward off without being detected, so...
We do occasionally in these elimination games, we do see teams actually go for like that 3-4 hero committed smoke, try to find the first blood.
Oh, don't remind me.
But not this.
Cloud9 TI5, smoke into Roche, level 1. It was a disaster.
30 seconds.
But it made for great TV, right?
It made for great memes.
That is for sure.
All right, it seems like both teams are quite reserved. We don't see any kind of aggressive invade. I do believe, like, for example, Team Secret took 3 runes last game. But both teams are going to be playing it safe and standard. How effective do you think the Spirit Breaker will be this game compared to Game 1? There's a little bit more stun this time around. There's that Presty attack from Legion to help out allies. There's 4 heals.
I mean,
Puppey's going to go off.
I look at the laning stage, like, how many actual interruptions do they have there? They have Cask. That is it.
Uh-huh.
Later on in the game, yeah, I think they're fine against the charge. Like, charging into those 5 is suicide, but I still look at this laning stage, like, there's a lot of heroes that don't have a way to interrupt the charge. You also have a Nature's Prophet to add as a +1, something they did not have in Game 1. So I think there's openings here for Puppey, but it all comes down to, like, the vision game. Will Liquid identify where he wants to attack from? Those vectors, will they anticipate them better? Yeah, maybe they position right early. We'll see. And, you know, certainly they don't have the plus damage of the Drow. That's another thing to keep in mind. The first charge on the mid, just a little zoning on Matumba Man, but they are going to get some extra auto attacks in here, force him back, and meanwhile bottom, looks like Secret were trying to get aggressive on mind control.
Yeah, this is going to be their point of the attack with the mind control LC as well as the GH Kato. They just basically spam you out with both overwhelming odds as well as Illuminate, but there is no overwhelming odds just yet, and we're going to see a charge coming in. Luna not level 2 just yet, so I don't think she could be able to assist in this kill.
Puppey already, I mean, to be fair, it was hard to have a faster start than Game 1, which is probably the most impactful laning stage Spirit Breaker I've ever seen, but a much slower start here.
I really like what Liquid is doing with the draft. They want to put a very offensive dual off lane. And basically the goal is to basically force both the Rubik and the Spirit Breaker to help out the Luna. If you can force both the supports there, then the mid lane gets a true 1v1. You know, we've seen mid struggle for Team Liquid in the past, but if this is true 1v1, I think Matumba Man's going to do fine. As I say that though, he gets blinked on, has to activate the Ghost Shroud, and mid one is doing a great job right now controlling that mid lane.
Matumba Man is getting brushed pretty heavily here.
9 to
9 to 3-0. of Matumba. Now, to be fair, Matumba normally not a mid player, and when he goes mid, it's on, you know, it's normally in a very advantaged matchup, like the last pick Brood, which has no counter, that type of thing. But mid one is really putting the heat on him early. Just that tiny bit of help that Puppey gave. You see mind control off to the jungle. They're actually going to leave this bottom lane entirely to GH. YapzOr now with the haster, and they try to anticipate which way is best to go, and they decide on bottom. There is no vision of this for GH, and he's in trouble now. Lifted back in, straight into the charge. There is a point in the Lucent Beam, so no escape for GH. The connection is there. First blood to Secret.
Yeah, and if you look at the mini-map, on the bottom side of the map, there's nothing to see the movement of Puppey. No wards, nothing. And he just, it's freely. Like, he charges bottom again.
And they're just going to keep this pressure going. Onto mind control this time. A bit of a tougher kill. It's still only a level 2 Luna, but the body blocks are there. They're going to need this lift to come through. The timing's good. Bashed away, though. And do they have the damage? Press the attack says no. They do have this Nature's Prophet, meanwhile, as KheZu is fishing for the courier mid, but wisely Liquid do anticipate it. They'll wait for the upgrade. So a bit of a wasted moment. Could have been a huge roll of momentum forward.
Very smartly by mind control. A lot of LC just gets the overwhelming odd, you know, at least by level 2, but he saved the skill point and gets himself to press the attack. As a result, he was able to survive against that gank. We'll try to jungle it up.
If Liquid win this game, pubs are going to be a disaster.
Well, no, at least he started the offlane. You know,
he sat there for, you know, all of a minute. Jungle Legion. Just don't get an Iron Talon mind control.
I mean, if he plans to jungle, then you might as well do get the Iron Talon.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, Keeper of the Light definitely benefits from the experience, and so much of this Liquid draft is pushed that you can understand the reasons, right? Like, that early Ags, those early points in Illuminate, even just getting the recall is what will fuel the push. So the more space that GH gets, the more quickly that they can start to develop that momentum.
Really like the way that mind control, or rather, sorry, KheZu has been playing his Nature's Prophet. Always sending out his treants everywhere. Send one to the runes, send one to possibly deny the boundary rune away from the other side. Small things, but like you said, LD, this game is a game of inches. Small things add up.
The lane's definitely going heavily in favor of Secret here. Already over 1,000 gold lead. And now a DD rune up on mid one, putting the hurt on Matumba. He does have the 2 points in Scream, has to respect that Ghost Shroud, but just a couple of pokes from Autotex. He can probably commit for the kill, and certainly if the Nature's Prophet comes in, certainly if there's a charge from Puppey, I think Liquid recognize that Matumba is very vulnerable right now. Just gets the stick, he's pretty poor in this lane, only 14 CS even now. They are setting up.
You can see that GH is definitely kind of recognizing the play pattern in all of these games. I do believe this is like the first time he kind of rotated mid.
But I don't know if he can actually save Matumba. Puppey, this backstab charge through the trees worked before. It could work again. Matumba, as the wave pushes in, has to deal with the Sonic Wave as well, but his positioning is fantastic here, way behind the tower.
He's going to get cut off. Look at YapzOr coming up the south side.
Now, not so fantastic. Charge comes through. They do get the bash. Gets up the Ghost Shroud, but he doesn't have anything to heal him during this time. Then comes the Quad Bone, and down goes Turbo 2. Secret. The 2-for-1 special.
So on paper, when you have these kind of
kills, they're looking for the answer back.
4-man overwhelming odds. Mind control can't run in.
Oh. And Liquid commit 4 heroes rotating onto this lane. Now they've all got to scramble back. GH swinging back towards bottom. Mind control also probably back to the woods. You know, that's probably the worst scenario for them, that they all try to come and help mid. They all try and hold the lane, and
yeah, we're going to watch this.
Still give up the kills.
One more time. You know, the beauty of having these heals and sustains that you could survive long enough for your ally support it, but the Sonic Wave just lined up too. And MP is definitely happy about that one.
Yeah, he threw the heal out and then dropped the Ghost Shroud. I don't actually think it matters there. They had 4 heroes with so much damage. He dies anyway, but just made it that easier. And perhaps Matumba not feeling comfortable in this mid lane up against 10k MOR player who is playing like it's an elimination game. Mid one is making him work for it. So what now for Liquid Lumi? It's been a bad start as far as the lanes go. They have this strong 5-man push. Are they just playing defense? Do you want to see them make some aggressive maneuvers and try to open up the map?
I think they play defense, and they're good at that. You know, you have the TP coming in with press the attack, with the cask. You can turn some fights around under your tower, but unfortunately, as they're doing that, they're gonna further lose out on the lanes. One thing that they got going this game compared to game 1 is that Puppey is kept under control, right? You don't have a Spear Breaker that's killing everybody. And as a result, when the mid game comes, a Spirit Breaker becomes a fairly ineffective hero compared to, like think of a Night Stalker or a Kunkka, for example.
Yeah, what he adds later on is quite limited. There's, no big ultimate that he can at least interrupt with like a Nether Strike, no channeling Black Hole or something like
Right.
that. So,
I mean, to be fair, like what he is doing, even though he's not getting kills for the team, is that he's putting pressure. Like,
look at this. They actually have a ward, and they want to punish Puppey. 4 heroes rotating in.
I mean, there's no stuns.
They're
There's one
overwhelming
stun.
odds. Outcome that comes the cast. Kuro says, let's get him, boys. But no.
Okay.
4 heroes fighting. There's about to be a quapple. This could really go poorly. KheZu joins the party. Secret say, great. We'd love to take this fight in the river. They bring down the Necrophos. That's a huge loss for only a Spirit Breaker. Still the quapple available. Necro is a hero that cannot afford to die a lot early. He's not the best turbo farmer. He's also very squishy naturally.
He's also got this, less last hits than Quap's Deny, right? Like, he's just not doing well, and he needs to... I mean, even though he died there, he was able to get a kill right before, so it does help out his economy a little bit. To me, though, Miracle is being able to free farm in an advantage matchup in his lane. He needs to come up big.
Is Troll a hero that can do it? Like, do you view Troll as something like an Alchemist, an Invoker who can take the game over?
I don't think so. I mean, it depends on the items you go for. You do see some Troll Warlords going for like a second item, like let's say Shadow Blade or even Blink Dagger, and just be very active over the map. But I don't think that's going to be how Liquid plays it. I think they're going to just build for that push.
Last game, in terms of the overall game plan, it was a lot of help from Miracle, but did feel like a one-man show in terms of the strategy they employed. This one looking like much more of a everyone has to do their part type of game. As Secret start to poke and prod here in the top lane. Mid one gets aggressive onto Mind Control, doesn't have the duel yet, only level 5. Forced to heal himself up here defensively, to press the attack. Mana is lacking. Secret could try again.
Charge coming in, it's going to find Kuro.
Oh, Puppey says, fight me, Kuro! That's a one-sided fight.
There is no fighting there.
That was just cruel, Puppey. Kill for him.
Top
And now
lane.
the dive onto Mind Control. Still no points in duel. Secret continue to apply the pressure, and KheZu also looking to cut him off. Drop the Sprout, gives them the vision, but now TP coming in. Well, the advantage of that low level on Kuro is the quick respawn. Miracle looking to cut him off, but Liquid don't have the vision this time around. And
Mind Control's
mid one
dead.
still going for
Sonic
more. He
Wave.
wants the tower and he wants the kill. He doesn't get the tower. Doesn't get the kill. He will have to jump away in the end, but nonetheless, Liquid are reacting, at least for now, and MP just continue to apply pressure here in the bottom lane.
It's hard for the heroes to take the proactive stance in this game. You don't have Blink on Legion yet. In fact, you don't even have Duel on Legion yet, so they're going to have to be reacting for quite a while until they get their tools available.
Overall, seems like Secret's accomplished the early game plan, Lumi.
For sure, yeah.
What's next for them?
Next, you want to take down these 3 outer ring of tier 1 towers and basically put Liquid in a chokehold, limit where they can farm, and just keep on invading their jungle and finding more and more kills there, and snowball this game.
Level 4 Death Pulse now gets stolen, so a bit of bonus nuke damage. Could be huge against the Ghost Shroud as Matumba Man does activate it to stay alive. It's a bit of a window here where Puppey could get aggressive. 4 Liquid heroes camping out near mid. Meanwhile, KheZu just happily farming away top. MP hitting creeps bottom. Puppey might just go back to the jungle, scoop up a bounty rune. So Secret kind of forcing Liquid to stick together, but they're farming the whole map in the meanwhile.
Like, just imagine the scenario of how Liquid could actually get a kill. They need to smoke up with both Legion and Witch Doctor. They need to pop out that smoke with a cask. Hope your Legion can phase boot in for a duel, and hope you have enough damage to get a kill. There's a lot of if-ands. And all of these conditions have to, like, you hope that Secret don't have a teleport skill.
So much of it comes down to initiation, right? Because you look at this Liquid draft, and it was talked about on the panel as a heavy push strat. Liquid want to group up a lot early, and when they get to that point, in theory, they're very strong. But ideally, you want to find some kills on the way to help get you that farm, get you the position to get those items, and what is their initiation? Legion has to farm a Blink. Mind Control is 200 gold right now, so that's going to take a while. And even then, Secret have some pretty good counter initiation. They have ways to punish a Legion duel, and he's likely to be in far on his own because Liquid don't have much mobility. There's no one who can really keep up with that Blink Dagger.
Yeah.
There's not like a GH Night Stalker, so I mean maybe with the recall they can get crafty
it's not going to be easy to find those kills and to create a little space here on the map. Meanwhile, we've already seen from Secret plenty of ways to start a fight.
For sure. Liquid counted on their lanes doing a little bit better. You know, the Kato plus LC idea was decent until they did just defensive trialing against it. They didn't count on Matumba Man also losing the lane that hard in a true 1v1. And as a result, you know, you had an LC jungle, Matumba Man's getting outlasted.
Big bucket of gold here for MP. With the Mask of Madness and YapzOr in position, he'd love to get some experience. And Puppey, meanwhile, charging out the bottom lane. Eyes on mind control. Force him away. But this also is just a little space. As YapzOr, again, snagging that Death Pulse, level 4.
Yep.
They're definitely trying to protect MP while he farms up these Ancients. Liquid do know about it, but can they contest? Can they fight up the hill, into the Eclipse, into the Queen of Pain ult?
Try and
Seems
find up.
dicey. They're going to try at least a little contest. But you can see, like, they're not confident they can take this fight, Lumi.
Definitely not.
And they're getting ratted. In the meanwhile, while they're thinking about Ancients, KheZu is whacking away at the tier 1 bottom. So Secret, just identifying that Liquid are going to try to make a move here, are able to punish them elsewhere.
At least Troll Warlord get a tower trade up top, so they're getting at least something out of the map.
Still threatening Matumba Man, keeping Kuro stuck next to him. Glued to his hip, at least for now.
One thing that we should not forget is the fact that, you know, we're focused on how Team Liquid could group up and push. On the other side, there's a Luna and Prophet. They could push rather easily as well, and because of their early laning advantage and the fact that this Luna is super farmed at the current game, they could just go. MP says, I have Eclipse up, let's get a smoke gank and perhaps convert that into a push.
Liquid hugging the tower. I do want to point out Miracle is farming up a Storm. 40 CS up on the Luna. And they make their move now on the mid lane. Charge on the Matumba Man. From the rear comes KheZu. Oh boy, he pops quickly. Now onto Kuro, sprouted up. Do they have a Lucent Beam? Yes, sirree. Secret get 2. All the while, Miracle just pushing out this top lane.
I mean, you were asking me, sure, you know, Tro is getting farmed, but what does Tro do with farm? Can he be effective? Not as effective as Luna, you know, go in the mid lane, drops off a huge nuke, pushes the tier 1. Are they thinking about Roche? No, they don't have enough at the moment. But I think Miracle, what he can do is maybe come in with a whirling axis, get a kill, and then maybe threaten Roshan. That's probably his biggest contribution right now before he gets some big items.
Liquid, pretty solid Roche lineup with the Legion, with all the heals, and with the Troll. Miracle is rushing a BKB, so we've seen, you know, a lot of players opt for like the Yasha, go for that greedier farming build, but Miracle feels compelled to fight early, and with the way the game has gone, look at his net worth. His next closest teammate is 3k down. He's almost doubling his own Necro.
I think the bigger story is that there's 4 secret members in between, you know, like...
well, 3, but yeah, the Rubik is not far off. Secret are certainly ahead. It's not an overwhelming lead. It's still a one-fight kind of game where everything can suddenly tilt. And the Blink Dagger still being worked on by Mind Control. A ways to go for this. Still almost 1,300 gold short.
Yeah. GH, though, also working towards that Aghanim Scepter. Already forced that finish, so he was able to sap the offlane for a long time. And he should be able to defend this unless he walks in and gets lifted by YapzOr. Oh, okay, Illuminate stolen.
That's going to make Liquid's life hard. They're struggling to push right
Liquid's life is already hard right now.
Now YapzOr can just look to slow this thing down as the Illuminate coming out now. It's going to quickly cave in the wave, and they can split push. If they have Illuminate and they're able to hold one lane while MP and mid 1, potentially even KheZu are pushing the other lanes, they're going to have an even bigger tower advantage.
To me, the most important member right now for Team Liquid is Mind Control's Blink Dagger. Once he picks it up, then finally Team Liquid could do something. Like right now, they're all just reacting to what Secret is doing, trying their best to hold and then just farm. However, once Mind Control have that Blink, they could now begin to smoke out and you know, play around the map for a bit.
Oh, charge. Now initiation onto Kuroki. Locking him down, finishing him off. Another death for the Witch Doctor.
Very smart play by Puppey, just like faking his ultimate. And as soon as you hear that sound, if you're the LC, you use the press the attack to bail out your teammate, right? But then Puppey cancels it and then, you know, threatens to use it again.
And now into the Roshan pit. Secret are going to go for this early. Liquid are not really in position to fight here. Without the Mind Control Blink, there's no clear initiation. The initiation is Miracle running in, and his BKB isn't even done yet. So unless they can find some sort of Miracle
Just walk-in play, it's not going to happen. Mind Control will try here.
Okay.
Illuminate. The spam
Look at the
is-
damage.
The spam is strong.
All right.
And,
Roshan's going to chase out, so they're going to see the HP of Rosh. If they could get a...
They are going to try for this.
Yeah. Good recovery.
They're not very sneaky as a squad, but they do have that zone control that you talked about. Same time though, Secret are still thinking about this. They're still pretty committed. They could bring in KheZu, summon some Treants, but first they're going to deal with this bottom lane. So while they draw Liquid towards the pit, they can just split push freely. They always have that profit +1, but this buys time for Miracle. BKB now complete.
This ward right now, sorry to cut you off, this ward is doing so much because Team Secret says, okay, you have 4 heroes in your jungle. Sure, we're going to split up farm. You could sit here and, you know, starve yourself. And then as soon as this ward sees them leave, then they could think about going back to Roshan again. Like, these deep wards from Team Secret is winning them the game right now.
Secret do look to smoke on the back of that as Miracle moves into the pit. Puppey is there with the charge to start the party. Wants to bait out that BKB. Not happening just yet. The slow comes through. From the rear goes mid one though. Quickly the Aluna Eclipse rains down, but Tumbaman needs to get away. Done the 4-step. GH with the save. At least for now keeps him alive. 4 hero Illuminate splashes through, but Secret are into the pit and mid one's into the back lines. Wants to bring down the Keeper who fights at his shrine, but KheZu chases forward, pops the drums, gets the Sprout. 4-step on cooldown, still eats his way out with the tango, but mid one is a persistent bugger. Brings him down on the other side of the fight. Miracle. BKB already blown, just got kited.
He's got an invis room. Maybe he can get off a lucky bash here on KheZu. KheZu's porting out. Can he get the attack? Oh, just walks away. Unlucky for Team Liquid, but at least Roshan is, you know, not dead. And now Eclipse is down. So if Team Liquid gets a good fight,
And the Quapple, mind you.
yeah, maybe they could actually steal Roshan. That could be huge. Charge coming in, giving Vision a miracle.
Here comes Puppey.
BKB still down for 25.
Round 2. This time Kuro should have the positioning to interrupt this. Cast coming out, but it's not before he gets onto Miracle. Now Quap in position, and they're going to steal that nuke. YapzOr can keep his team alive in the fight, but Puppey's a bit isolated on the rear. Matumba does hold the scythe.
I think he wanted to cast it, but just die a little bit too fast. That's the one kill. Duel in the mid lane.
There is no Quap.
Reaper scythe.
Bang! Him. Huge kill for Liquid.
All right.
Still Matumba man out in front.
And now they go into Roche. Can Team Liquid turn this game?
The Treants are there. They're not going to give it up without a fight. YapzOr has the heal to keep his team in combat-ready mode. The bashes from Roshan slowing things down, buying time for mid one to come in. His ult's still a bit short, though. Needs a little more time. They bring Miracle low.
They lift him up.
BKB.
They got Vision.
But they can't control him. Puppey, though, with the charge.
Roshan's low. Roshan's low.
Who's going to get it? The Roche almost dead. It does go the way of Miracle. BKB. Liquid hang on.
But Tumbaman gets 2 kills out of that. He finishes Blamemail as well. Can this be the turn? Can Team Liquid come back from the disastrous early game? Tier 1 mid, relatively low. They won't go for it right now.
Boy, everything going just right for them there. Puppey, I believe, getting bashed by the Roshan in the midst of the fight, but he's trying to lock down Miracle. Able to snatch the Aegis up, able to get the kills on Matumba Man, keep him alive. They fight very smartly while the Sonic Wave and Eclipse are down.
We're going to watch that team fight one more time. Look at how low Miracle gets. He activates a BKB, and then they recognize, oh, we can't actually kill him in time. Mid one, I think he was thinking about jumping in to take the Aegis the whole time, but all they can do is watch Miracle finish Roche and take the Aegis.
Shows you how important it is for them to fight when the Quapple, when the Luna ult are not available. Otherwise, that is... Well, it's not a head scratcher. It's a clear Secret win.
And look at the timing. Team Liquid is about to finish that Aghanims on GH. We all know what will happen when that happens. It's group up and push time. And sure, you might be able to defend it for the first round with Sonic Wave as well as, you know, the Eclipse, but like what we just saw, what will you do when those ults are not ready?
Would really love to steal the Illuminate, but even that might not be enough. Liquid start to get to work here. Miracle hammering the tower down as they smoke up and undercover.
You on the back line here. Mind Control looks for a blink. Blink gives them the Game of Thrones. You win or you die. And YapzOr hits the deck. Tier 2 now being under siege.
Liquid still chasing forward. This tower slowly being worked down. Secret not feeling like they can fight right now with the positioning Liquid have. Down a hero. Down that crucial Rubik lift. They force out the glyph. Liquid still committed to this. They will get the last
Good
hit.
attempt.
Mid one trying for the deny. I mean,
So
he's going to get an Orchid, but we'll see how much it actually does with the press the attack.
I do feel like, you know, the tide of the battle is turning, but do you think Team Liquid has a
that thought.
Oh, bash.
Jump on Miracle.
Reaper side.
Just Reaper.
Okay, the game has turned, I believe.
See ya.
At this point, Team Liquid slightly now 3K net worth advantage. They have the Aegis. That means they could make yet another big play. Team Secret needs to group up and use their Eclipse and Sonic Wave together.
Mid One is known for being a very confident player. Most would say very cocky at times. We saw some of the tweets, you know, heading into the Kiev Major where he basically proclaimed that everyone needed to watch out, and then Secret got bounced by SG Sports. A very cocky play, jumping right into Miracle, gets punished for it.
I think to me that wasn't a cocky play, more so than that they just had no vision there, you know? He walked in, he thought he could farm a little bit in the Ancients, and then surprise.
Secret getting punished. Now down 3K gold. More importantly, Liquid getting all their core items. Mind Control farming up the armlet. Miracle still holding that Aegis. Not actually committing to this group up and push, as the Ags has still not been purchased. GH has the gold now, but you have that courier to come and deliver it.
I mean, you need the Axe, but you also need daytime, right? Which is
1 minute
about
to
1
go.
minute, yeah.
And so they'll have that with about a minute to push before the Aegis expires. Maybe a little less.
One way to measure how effective your Luna is in a game is whether she could sit in the front and not die. And right now, I don't think she has the necessary item to do so. Like, you need BKB, but even with BKB, you still need to survive against Troll Warlord rushing at you, the Blink Duel that's coming out from the LC. So, despite MP's great start and the fact that they were able to convert his start into something amazing in the early mid-game, I think he's not farmed enough, which is kind of crazy because he's leading the network for his team.
Luna, a fantastic late gamer when you get to that 4, 5.
Yeah, this is the stage of the game where she
Lots
dips
of
a little bit.
Top tower is under attack.
She's naturally pretty squishy as a carry. Needs a lot of items to take man fights. Whereas Miracle, he's already got hits. Tower falling, Liquid surging. They move in. They want
It's
to begin their
daytime.
high ground siege.
Let's go.
24 minutes. Gandalf bringing up the rear. GH is going to start healing his team up. YapzOr tries to slow things down. He will steal the death pulse, but
Where's the
Miracle
team? They
just
need to
keeps on
defend.
hammering. Meanwhile, Queen of Pain pushing out the mid lane is going to rejoin the fray. Already, that tower is
Look at
down.
it go.
They got to focus on objectives here. Secret needs to
Charge.
hold their base.
From the back.
Miracle doing so much work. Still the Aegis standing. Puppey is scouted out right now. There's no easy way in. They've lost the melee. They might just lose the rage. Secret aren't even trying to hold their base. They forfeit a lane freely. Puppey all the while in the smoke.
Lane
Now
duel.
revealed. There's the duel. Fight who, Puppey? Fight me, says Mind Control. Someone your size. And takes him down with ease.
And now they're going to just go mid. They
There's
don't
no
even need a
buyback.
creep wave. They
There's
have
no
a creep
buyback.
coming in from top. They stun him up. They got the Pressy attack. They got the Lumina heal. They got some bashes. Where are you at? He blinks away, but that's just more
They
building
have
time.
Eclipse. Liquid staying alive, at least for now. They don't have the Aegis any longer. Miracle wants to retreat. They'll reset here, slow and steady. The heals keep on coming out. They keep on sieging. Puppey will respawn, but now the question is how to Secret start fights. At this stage of the game, it really is a charge into a lift combo, and there's always that press the attack. They don't have that big team fight initiation. It's costing them. Out comes the Eclipse. Miracle with the BKB. Gets bashed. Gets controlled. The Reaper won't kill off mid one with his dying breath. He lobs out the Sonic Wave. Still, though, Liquid staying alive. Kuro tries to get back. GH keeping them in fighting shape. Two have fallen on the side of Secret. That's with the ults.
Oh,
you
the
buy
heal.
back now. You heal up now.
the
You
heal.
go for the second lane. You go for the jugular if you're Liquid. I'm not sure Secret can stop this. YapzOr is trying. He's stolen the Illuminate, but they have too many heals. They're just too tanky. The tower's falling. Now onto the melee. Liquid are doing it here. They're going to breed down another. KheZu has fallen. Desperation buybacks come, but they come without ults. They don't have the Profital. They don't have
heal.
the Sonic Wave. There's the charge from Puppey. Follows up. He knows he needs GH. Can he kill him? Push away. He does the trick.
GH buys back. He doesn't care. They know this is their time. Maybe they need to group up and heal up, but he's going to TP right back in. There is even a regen rune. If somebody checks for it, they're not even going to check for it. They got the mana machine.
That was a lot of economic damage Liquid just did. Not just the top lane, but the tower also falling mid, the buybacks being forced out.
I mean, both sides have buyback. I think Kuro has bought back in this. GH just bought back, and they're just poised to finish the game right here.
Still no Eclipse for a minute, still no Sonic Wave for 50. But
Okay.
Liquid also know Roche could be up soon.
Liquid decides to just go back, regroup. get some items.
Actually poking their heads in the pit. Maybe they didn't write the time down.
Okay, gonna get some shrines. You
Either
can't
way,
blame him for not writing the time down, right? That was during a chaotic team fight almost 10 minutes ago.
I mean, it shows you what a game of nerves TI can be. Even players who've been on this stage before, it is something special, and every time. Lower bracket match, elimination on the line. Easy to forget.
Team Secret needs to get more and more creative in terms of how they need to defend. Again, the same mantra, find GH and kill GH. They could charge in from the side, they could blink in and Sonic Wave him, but if you don't kill GH, this push you're not defending against. There's also the other factor of the nighttime, right? Like we're approaching into 4 minutes of night. I think Team Secret could maybe make a move there. And also, if you want to get super creative, you can use Eclipse to kind of turn it into night for like, a couple seconds, but I don't know how much you want to count into that.
Secret still hanging on. Now down a solid 5k gold. It seems the call for them, Lumi, some BKBs. One coming for the Luna, mid one also looking to build his, though it will be slow. KheZu with the early Midas has gone back for a Solar Crest. Curious to see what the Nature's Prophet build is from
Double
here.
damage from Miracle as he does Roche.
They do scout this out though.
It is nighttime. Can Secret make a play here without the Illuminate heal?
This is where Luna can be strongest, but Miracle is hammering this Roche down quickly. MP moves in, he wants to force out the BKB. Puppey
Charge, go for the steal! Who's gonna get the Aegis?
The Roche, but Miracle snatches the Aegis away. Puppey's down. Secret are in shambles now. Miracle chasing forward, 3 have fallen. That's a double dieback too. That just might be the lane of Rax. YapzOr falling.
Whoa.
Secret crumbling. Liquid. They've got the power play now. They still have that extra life. They can surge down mid. They won't have the heals for 3 minutes, but they know it doesn't really matter right now.
I mean, there's 3 heroes dead. What do you need to heal against? Buyback from Mind Control. GH recalls them. They are just streaming in creeps right now, and Miracle going for the Raxes. There is a tier 2 up, so I don't think Team Secret will be down 3 Raxes.
Secret's lives are flashing before their eyes. They've had a scrappy showing here against Liquid. Game 1 looked great. Game 2, not so much in Game 3.
Are they going to go for it? Is
It's
this going to be tier 4s?
for them as Liquid continue.
Yeah, tier 4s. Let's go.
Looking to finish it off. Secret hanging on. They will respawn soon. I think Liquid are a bit over-eager if they try to force this.
Okay, back
They
up.
will back away.
Look at them draw that line on the minimap. They know.
Let's calm down.
Yeah.
Let's reset.
I mean, they could just wait for 2 minutes for daytime as well, if they really want to just, take it easy.
Still, Secret need some crazy plays to get back in this game, Lumi.
Has fallen.
It gets so hard to fight from here.
Yeah. Again, you need to find an angle, an awkward angle to come in, ideally from the back, find GH, but hard to do it during daytime. He has perfect flying vision around him. You don't have Blink Dagger heroes. Charge coming in for Kuro. He's got the Glimmer for himself.
Might have actually been able to get him there. Liquid did not have any vision on that hill, but the thing is, Secret don't know if there is.
There's 2 minutes left of nighttime.
They're going to try to fight this mid one. Oh, blinking in for the haze. Kuro in position with the Glimmer. Seems like they do want to contest as Miracle pushes forward. Has that IF Scotty picked up now, getting tankier and tankier.
Yeah, all he wants is just basically HP in the front line, and Illuminate will take care of the rest.
Secret know if they let Liquid get to their base and just set up an organized siege, their chances of finding that good opening are very limited. So they keep on trying to poke on the sides of this fight, find a point of weakness, an Achilles heel that they can
Is under attack.
shoot an arrow into. Comes mid one.
Here comes that backstab during
YapzOr
nighttime.
trying for it. Matumba Man's a bit far back, and he is somewhat vulnerable here. If Secret want to commit on him,
GH, look at his position. He's in the trees. He's like, whatever.
well, a Dire Courier does get picked up. That's a Dagon recipe down. Miracle charging forward. He sees heroes. He wants to kill them off. Now the Illuminate's coming out. A good blinding light pushing them back and away as mid one. Commits with the Eclipse as well. But Miracle with the BKB.
It's getting bashed.
Keeps on punching. MP survives. He hits the cheese. Does Reaper sight too early? Is it going to be enough? No, they still go down. Even at night, they don't need the heals. Liquid are too damn tanky. And Secret can't stand against it. No Eclipse now, no Sonic Wave, no Prophet ult, no split push in sight. Bottom lane is all that stands between Liquid and Megas, between Liquid and moving forward perhaps.
Luna buys back, no Eclipse. 23 seconds till mid one comes back. No sonic waves. I'm not sure how they're gonna hold this.
They gotta try.
Yeah,
they better find out soon. Miracle keeps on swiping, keeps on hammering.
Still got the Aegis too, man.
Chipping, still unable to find that opening. Puppey goes in, he charges forward, but Miracle there. I'm the real bad.
It's daytime. Welcome to the heals. Oh my god.
Heal, Illuminate splashing through. Secret buyback. One more charge. That might be all that's left. Now come the nukes and Miracle will drop.
Oh, he's actually in an awkward spot.
But he's got a BKB. To Secret have the damage to bring him down. The blinding light. GH keeping him alive. So does the press the attack. He gets out of there. And now mid one jumping in. A bash could be his downfall. One bash. Now the BKB. Slice. No dice though. Keeps on chasing.
Puppey's in.
Oh boy, that's a dive back. The Puppey goes down. One last charge. That's all he's got. Now Miracle, commitment, but without the BKB, he's got to be careful. Glimmer Cape the other way.
GH is an awkward spot. GH is going to get caught. GH, blinding light from YapzOr, pushing him back.
They overextended. They can't afford to lose Miracle here. This is a huge kill. It could be the start of a comeback.
They got Glimmer, they got Press the attack. Curl's going to run at them. Should throw his life away to save.
Lumi, meanwhile, the tier 4 is starting to get hit by creeps. Even if they get these kills, it might not matter. The base is crumbling. Secret running out of insurance policy, running out of second chances here. Buybacks have been expended. In fact, when you look at it, they have used all 5, and many of them are down for some time.
I think this game has more buybacks in a 33-minute game than what we see in some 60-minute games, but
Secret, at least back since buyback was given a cooldown.
Right. Secret held on, but you know, this is the toughest hour during playtime.
You got to imagine Liquid are just going to reset and then go for that push. Maybe they wait for the Keeper of the Light to farm up his buyback, but Secret are not waiting. They're making the move. Puppey sees Miracle, charge in,
press the attack. Oh my god!
Choose through Puppey.
That's a Spirit Breaker.
That is actually an important part of their team fight. That charge is really all they have to deal with the troll. So he's down for 25. Good news is he's pretty low level.
He's down for 25. That's the good news.
Yeah, good news is he's under leveled. So when he dies, he comes right back. Puppey 1 and 12. He's had a rough one, that's for sure. Over half the team's deaths, but he's had to play that sacrificial lamb.
YapzOr's got blinding light, and with no BKB, you could just delay this a little bit.
Miracle is trying to farm up the MKB, but well, the blinding light not going to matter at least for now as they try to push Miracle up onto the high ground, sprout him up.
He's got no BKB.
Oh, the duel with the Reaper sight as well, but Tumbleman gets the kill. It's the buyback, running in with the
Stolen Reaper!
Can they make something happen? MP chases them back on his heels. Miracle wants to fight.
Oh, the flashes!
Welcome to the meat grinder. Secret gets shredded, pushed back, maybe away. Puppey dies again, out for 35. That's 13 for him, and here come Liquid, right back into the fray. Miracle's at full health, healing them up as GH. Giving them the help they need. Melee to drop. Rage start next. Liquid pulling through. Secret, one last hurrah. Do it without your Luna. Do it without your captain. How can they? We don't know, but they have to try, Lumi. Else, this might just be the game. Miracle hammering, pushing forward, thrusting his way onto the tier 4s. Look at him go with that attack speed. Tier 4s to drop. Still they fight on. 4v5. Last press for Secret as they charge in. They want that troll. They bash him back. Control him all they can. Already another dual one. Mid one's down. It's over for Secret.
GG!
Done it! What a performance by Team Liquid. It looked real bleak. Game 3, elimination match. Lost the lanes, felt like the game might just fall apart. We asked ourselves, can a troll carry this game? Will that